I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NY Mania.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
Hey, hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope all is well today. What's going on, guys? Thanks for being here. Another great day in the New Jersey area, New York area, wherever you are. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day today so far. Just want to shout out Nathan, Jason, first of all, for being here early. Thank you guys for always showing great support today, as always. It's just watching the Giants preseason game going on right now. But thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate it, Nathan and Jason. Hopefully the Yankees can get us a win today, guys. I hope. Hopefully we won't have to do a lot of yelling or ranting, screaming, as we saw last night, of course. Bad game last night, terrible game by the Yankees, of course, up in Toronto. Don't know what happens when they go to Toronto, but it just seems like they're always doing something that they shouldn't be, making errors, bad base running, not hitting for contact, just being a very lackadaisical team, of course, and they have to fix that. And hopefully they can provide some run support today. It would be nice for them to get some runs for their ace tonight on the mound, of course, with Cam on the mound today. Hopefully they can back him up, get him some runs early, and hopefully they can go on and win today's game, but we'll see what happens. Well, thank you guys for being here. Of course, please press that like button, subscribe to the channel, of course. Always got to mention that. And it's always a good time to be here. So let's start off by going over the lineups for today's game. Should be starting in about 6 minutes. We're also going to be doing scoreboard updates for you guys, as well as promotion stuff too. We have some stuff coming up that you guys should know about. So looking forward to that. So appreciate that and looking forward to it. So let's get to the lineups for today's game. So for the Yankees, leading off playing center field is Trent Grisham. Batting second, DHing is Ben Rice. Batting third, playing left field for some reason, is Heliot Ramos. Batting fourth, playing first base, is Luis Garcia Jr. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Spencer Jones. Batting sixth, playing second base, is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., who hopefully will not be on the team next year. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, is George Lombard Jr. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Ryan McMahon. Batting ninth and catching will be Austin Wells. And on the mound today for the Yankees is going to be Cam Schlittler with a 2.21 ERA. And now for Toronto. Toronto's lineup consists of leading off playing center field is going to be Bateman. Don't know what his first name is. Believe it's Brett Bateman. Brett Bateman leading off for Toronto. Batting second, playing right field is Nathan Lucas. Batting third, DHing is Alejandro Kirk. Batting fourth, playing left field, Jesus Sanchez. Batting fifth, playing third base is Kazuma Akamoto. Batting sixth and playing shortstop is going to be Andres Jimenez. Batting seventh, catching will be Brendan Valenzuela. Batting eighth, playing second base will be Josh Smith, former Texas Ranger and Yankee prospect. And batting ninth, playing first base will be Charles McAdoo for Toronto. And on the mound for Toronto today, they didn't have a starting pitcher announced yesterday. So today they're going to go with a bullpen game. And they will have Braden Fisher on the mound for them for their opener today. He is 3-3 with a 3.54 ERA. So hopefully the Yankees can hit him. Hopefully they can get to him early, being the fact that he's not normally a starter. Hopefully they can just get to him today early on and put up some run support for Cam. And so that should be a good thing for them. Hopefully they can get to him. Of course, with the lineups that we've seen, some inconsistent lineups. Lombard, I don't know why he's moving all up and down. He should be staying in one spot. He did great in the 9-hole, did well in the 8-hole as well. Just leave him there. Leave him in those two positions. You don't have to move him around. It's really just all about the front office and the analytics that's controlling these lineups. Aaron Boone, for some reason, making some weird decisions with the lineups, of course, which is just typical Aaron Boone and the Yankees, what they like to do. But anyway, I just don't understand some of the decisions that they're making with the lineups, like Heliot Ramos batting third. He's not good against right-handed pitching. He's batting under 200. I don't know why he's hitting third in the lineup against right-handed hitters, against right-handed pitchers. I don't understand why Jazz Chisholm is not just on the bench. I don't get why Caballero is not the everyday second baseman. I know Jazz has made some good plays at second base, but still, Jazz won't be on the team next year. He's not in their future. I think Caballero should get the majority of starts there. And then, of course, you depend it based on matchups and different opposing pitchers too. But you just have to keep the lineup consistent, keep it the same. Grisham hasn't been that bad leading off. Ben Rice has been in a slump, but also he could be a little bit better. He's been breaking out lately a little bit, but he could do a little bit better. Spencer Jones has been great. I like what I've seen out of Spencer Jones since the All-Star break. Of course, I like what I've seen from him, getting some consistent reps. So hopefully he can continue that. And of course, we just got to see what the other people bring to the lineup. But we'll see what happens today. Game should be starting very, very soon here. The game is on Yes Network today. No Apple TV, no Netflix, no Amazon Prime, none of that. So we won't have to worry about that too much. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Jason. Welcome, Mighty Funny in the channel. What's going on? Thank you for being here, Mighty Funny. Good to see you as always. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for supporting the shows the last couple of days and, of course, the last week. Of course, we've been doing all the games. Joe's been doing a great job doing the games. Johnny Salami last night. Chef Nick, when he's not experiencing technical difficulties, does a great job too. Everybody here does a great job, so please support. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe as well if you're not subscribed already. We would appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, Nathan, for that compliment. Also want to shout out Nathan too. Nathan does a great job on this channel booking guests, but also tomorrow is his birthday. So everybody please wish Nathan a very happy birthday. His birthday is tomorrow, 31st birthday. So please wish Nathan a very happy birthday for tomorrow, of course, with that special occasion. And also happy India Independence Day too to Nathan and his family as well. So got to get that out of the way too, because that is very, very important. And we got Chef Nick here too as well. What's up, Chef Nick? Thank you, Chef. We're hoping that we can definitely get you on the stream soon without technical difficulties. Of course, we're trying to work that out. But yes, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Chef. Always does a great job, of course. We are the Bang Bang Gang crew, as Chef Nick likes to say. So that is right. All right, but we're getting underway here very, very soon here in Toronto. Of course, the Yankees have to do a lot better of a job to play clean baseball in today's game. I believe Cam has made 2 starts against Toronto this season so far. I think he's 1-1, but he had a good start in the Rogers Center the last time that he was there about a month ago. So let's hope that he can continue that as well. Of course, Trent Grisham in his last 10 games has been very good. 333 batting average, 10 extra base hits, 1.143 OPS. He's been great. And it looks like we're about ready to go here in Toronto. So top of the first, nobody out here, top of the first, and Braden Fisher is on the mound. The first pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1 here to Grisham. And we are underway in the Rogers Center today. The 0-1 pitch misses down low with the curveball, and the count is now 1-1. I believe Fisher has he's opened some games for Toronto this season. He's been their opener in some occasions this year. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and the pitch is down low, 2-1. 2-1 here on Trent Grisham. What's going on, Billo? What's going on? As well, Dax Anderson cannot be here today. He is hiding in a big cake until tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Yep, hiding from the top rope. Here comes the 2-1. The pitch is a little bit high and outside. 3-1 here. 3-1 to Trent Grisham. Grisham hitting 225 here, but he's been better. The 3-1 coming up from the right-handed pitcher Fisher. The pitch is just fouled away. So he fouls that one away. The count is now full at 3-2. And of course, Grisham has to be patient here. Patience is the key for the Yankees lineup, for the Yankees philosophy. It should be they have to just be patient, wait for their pitch. Don't try to overreach. Don't try to make something happen if it's not there. Just be patient, wait for your pitch. Try to get on base. Here comes the 3-2, the pitch. Down low, ball 4, and he walked him. So Grisham starts the game off with a walk there. So good at bat. And for once, Trent Grisham gets on base when he's leading off the top of the first. Runner on first base, nobody out. It's also important to mention the wild card standings. Right now, the Blue Jays are only, I believe, 1 game back from the wild card. It's a tough AL East wild card right now, so you know Toronto's going to be playing well. They're definitely not going to take the Yankees lightly. We know that, of course. The pitch to Rice. This one is hit in the air to center field, but right there is the center fielder to make the play, and that was Bateman to make the catch. So there's 1 out here in the top of the first, 1 away. Here is Heliot Ramos hitting .247, batting in the 3 hole. 9 home runs with the Giants. With the Yankees, he's like 1 for 32 or something like that. The first pitch to Ramos from Fisher. And the pitch is down low in the dirt, but Grisham does not advance to second. Nice block by Valenzuela. The count is 1-0. 1-0 here on Heliot Ramos. Yes, thank you guys. Please hit that like button as well. Bronx Bombers. Charles, what's going on, Charles? The 1-0 pitch to Ramos from Fisher. From the set, the pitch. This one is lined right at the shortstop. Jimenez to second for 1 to first base, and Ramos is safe at first base. Just beats that one out at first base. So that's a fielder's choice there from Heliot Ramos. He reaches first, but Grisham is out at second. So runner on first base with 2 men out. 2 men out here. Nice play there by Jimenez on the bounce. So 2 outs here, runner on first. Yankees have only scored 1 run in their last 18 innings. Pretty pathetic. Need to score in more than just one way. Need to score in multitude of ways here. Here is Luis Garcia Jr. hitting .278. The first pitch from Fisher to Garcia misses down low, 1-0. And Nathan says our guy Odell was excited to be back at MetLife. Yes, very excited to be seeing him at MetLife Stadium, of course, in that game, preseason game. Johnny Salami, what's going on, Johnny? Thank you for being here. Did a great job last night calling the game as well. Very much big improvement this year from Johnny Salami. So good to see that. He does a great job on the streams, play-by-play. The pitch to Garcia is in there for a called strike on the inside corner. The count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming up to Luis Garcia. The pitch, ground ball to first base. McAdoo on the backhand, throws to second. And that will be the inning as Ramos is out at second base for the force out. So that'll do it for the top of the first inning. Yankees do not score. They leave 1 on base. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the first, and Toronto will come up to bat with Brett Bateman, Nathan Lucas, and Alejandro Kirk. So thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate it. Yankees on a little 2-game losing streak. Let's hope that they can turn the tide around today and bring it back to life. Appreciate you guys for being here. Below, they're literally falling off the bone already. Okay. What are you making today, Below? Probably a good day for some barbecue today, I bet, for you. So thank you guys, of course, for being here. Press that like button, please. We're trying to get to over 20 likes on the day today, so please hit that like button as well if you have not already. Of course, we'll be following tabs on the Rays game. Later today, they play at 6:10 today against the Orioles. And then the Red Sox play at 7:15 against the Pirates today as well. So we'll be keeping tabs on that too. So let's hope that the Yankees can try to at least put up some run support for Cam today. Of course, second, third inning, they should be able to. Fisher is not usually a guy that starts for them that often. He's only their opener. So he's only in there for 1 or 2 innings at most when he does come in for relief. So let's hope that the Yankees can figure him out and try to get to the Blue Jays today, their pitching staff too. So there's Cam on the mound, 10-6 win-loss record, 2.21 ERA, 146 innings pitched. The opponent batting average against him is 196. And Cam, of course, this year much improved fastball, cutter, and slider as well, mixing all of his different pitches around. That's why he's having a lot of success. I think he still has the highest road or the lowest road ERA out of any starting pitcher. I think it's like a 1.02 ERA on the road. Lowest ERA starting pitcher on the road here in the whole MLB. And the first pitch to Bateman is a fastball that's in there for a called strike. 0-1. Below says pork chops with cherry peppers. Wow, that sounds good below. Bateman hitting 290 on the season, and here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Cam sets and the pitch. Misses down low, 1-1. 1-1 here to Bateman. And the Blue Jays already have someone warming up in their bullpen. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way from Mr. Cam, and the 1-1. Misses down low, 2-1. Looked like he caught the corner, but no challenge there from Austin Wells. So the count will be 2-1 here on Bateman. Here comes the 2-1, the pitch from Cam. This one is a high chopper ground ball to third base. McMahon has to wait on it. Throws to first, and that's not in time. He throws it wildly, but it bounces right back to Garcia at first base. But McMahon, with the throwing error right there, does not get Bateman at first base. Would have been a tough play anyway. Fast runner going to first, but he is safe there. The runner on first base with nobody out already. So already here, Brett Bateman reaches base. And here comes Nathan Lucas up the bat. Well, they're going to call that as a hit, which it was a hit on the ground ball, but a throwing error by McMahon. But they're going to call it as a hit. So one hit for Toronto. The first pitch to Lucas. And that one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 here on the lefty Nathan Lucas. Just a tough play there by McMahon. He had to wait for the ball to come down. Bateman was too fast. He was going to beat it anyway. Not even a reason to throw that ball too. I don't know why you're making that throw. It's a bad decision right there. Luckily, it didn't cost him going to second. The pitch to Lucas is a bunt attempt. He gets it down to third base. McMahon fields, throws to first, and he gets him at first base. But Bateman does go to second base on the play. So Toronto has a runner in scoring position here, runner on second base with one out. Looks like it's going to be an early fallout here this year. Zucchini, squash, eggplant, tomatoes are falling off the vines. Nice. Thank you, Nathan. Everybody, please follow Joe, Chef Nick, Evan, Jason, Johnny, Salami, Charles, and myself. That's right, Nathan. Thank you very much. Jason had a great interview with Zach Crotchfeld yesterday, Mets prospect. So please go back and watch that if you have not. Well, here's Alejandro Kirk, who always seems to give the Yankees trouble. The first pitch to Kirk is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Kirk hitting 269, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. Spent the beginning of the season on the injured list, though, for Toronto. 0-1 here is the count to Kirk. Runner on second is Bateman. And the 0-1 pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. It is 0-2. 0-2 here on Alejandro Kirk. Oh and 2 here is the count to Kirk. Oh and 2. Cam is ready for the 0-2 pitch. Looks at second and deals up high and away, 1-2. 1-2 here to Alejandro Kirk. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Mr. Cam. And he's going to look back at second base. So we'll wait again for the 1-2 pitch. The pitch to Kirk is a ground ball to shortstop. Right there is Lombard on the backhand. Throws to first in time. And that is the second out of the inning. 2 away here in the bottom of the first as Bateman stays at second base. And now that will bring up the left-handed hitter, Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez hitting 263 on the season for Toronto. Seems like he's having not that good of a season, but in this context, he is having a pretty good year for Toronto. Yes, definitely. Crutchfeld was definitely a good interview yesterday. Good kid. Hope he does well with the Mets. The pitch to Sanchez, up high and away, and the count is 1-0 here. 1-0 here is the count to Sanchez. And here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way from Mr. Schlittler. The 1-0 pitch misses down low, and the count is now 2-0. That pitch was 100 miles per hour. 2-0 count here on Sanchez. 2-0 count. Two-zero pitch on the way from Cam. The pitch fouled away off the glove there of Wells. The count is 2-1. That's right, Nathan. Everybody, please hit that like button. Let's get us to at least 20 likes on the day today. The 2-1 on the way from Cam. The pitch way up high, 3-1. 3-1 here on Jesus Sanchez. On deck is Kazuma Okamoto. 3-1 pitch coming up here from Mr. Cam to Sanchez. Looks at second, and the 3-1. And he missed ball 4 up high. So that is a walk there for Cam. So runners on first and second base with 2 men out. That's Cam's first walk of the afternoon. First and second, bottom of the first, 2 men out. And here comes Kazuma Okamoto hitting 227 for Toronto. A little bit of a disappointment for him coming over from Japan last year. So 2 outs, bottom of the first. Sanchez on first and Bateman on second. First and second, 2 outs. Cam with 15 pitches here in the bottom of the first. Cam looks at second and fires. The first pitch is a check swing. He went around there on a high fastball. The count is 0-1. Oh, sorry, that was a high cutter, actually. Cutter there from Mr. Cam. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Cam. The pitch misses there up high with the cutter, so the count is now 1-1. 1-1 here is the count to Okamoto. Schlittler is ready for the 1-1 pitch. Deals, and this one is in there for a called strike. 1-2. Nice location there by Cam, painting his outside cutter. Outside fastball cutter, 1-2. 1-2 here on Okamoto. And the 1-2, the pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging on a high cutter. So that's Cam's first strikeout of the afternoon. He works out of a little bit of trouble. Blue Jays get 1 hit, but they leave 2 men on base. No score. We're going to go to the top of the second. And coming up to bat for the Yankees, we will give that to you guys now. But appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for stopping by once again. So coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be Spencer Jones, Jazz Chisholm, and George Lombard Jr. Those 3 coming up to bat here against Toronto. We'll see if Toronto goes with another pitcher here. They had somebody warming up in the bullpen. And it seems like they are going to make a pitching change. Looks like Ricky Tiedemann is going to replace Braden Fisher here. So Ricky Tiedemann will be coming up to pitch here for Toronto. He's a left-handed pitcher. So Toronto kind of playing the matchup game today with righties, lefties, and all those things. Rookie Tiedemann coming. I don't think we've seen him before. Don't think he's pitched. Definitely not against the Yankees before, but I don't think he's pitched against anybody before. Let's see what his stats are. Yeah, he hasn't pitched at all for the Toronto this season in the major leagues. He's only been in the minor leagues for Toronto. So this is his first game actually pitching against the Yankees. So it looks like the Blue Jays are confident that he will be someone that the Yankees will have trouble against. Let's see how this works out. You would think this would be the best opportunity for the Yankees to hopefully find some runs for their ace on the mound today. Let's hope that's the case. So Jones will lead it off here for New York. Top of the second. We'll give you guys the updates on the other games around the league today, as well as some preseason football too. We have some preseason football games going on this afternoon, so I'll give you guys updates on those as well. Yep, this is Ricky Tiedemann making his MLB debut. And the first pitch from Tiedemann is a swing and a miss by Jones, a high fastball, and Jones swings and misses under that one. The count is 0-1. What do you guys think about the Japanese guy, Sato, that the Yankees are interested in? I heard he's also coveted by the Mets, too. The Mets are interested in Sato. The 0-1 pitch is outside 1-1 here to Spencer Jones. 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 from Tiedemann. And the 1-1. This one is lined to center field. Coming in is the center fielder, but he can't make the play. It bounces in front of him for a base hit. Love to see that adjustment there by Spencer Jones, waiting on the slider, recognizing it, and just hitting that ball the opposite way to left center field for a base hit. Nice job there by Spencer Jones. And the Yankees have a leadoff base runner for the second time in 2 innings. So here's Jazz Chisholm Jr., who will hopefully not be coming back for the Yankees next season, but let's just focus on the present right now. Hopefully he can help us the rest of the season. And the pitch up high, misses 1-0. 1-0 here on Jazz Chisholm. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Tiedemann. And the pitch, this one is popped up on the infield. Second baseman, looks like Smith is going to call it, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Runner on first base, 1 away here in the top of the second. That's Jazz Chisholm for you. The guy just does nothing but get out. Even last night, he had a situation where there was a runner on third base, 1 out. And he couldn't get the guy in. He hit a shallow fly ball to center field. Couldn't get the man in from third base. Just very disappointing season from Jazz. And it looks like the Blue Jays catcher, Valenzuela, looks to be hurt here. So the training staff will come out for Toronto and make sure that he's all right. Looks like Jazz's follow through there with the bat got Valenzuela in the wrist area, or the forearm area of his catching, opposite of his catching side. You guys talking about the Japanese guy, Sato? We are scouting him, and we have the most international money. Yeah, I mean, I think with Hideki Matsui leading the Japanese operations for the Yankees scouting department, hopefully that the Yankees can find some diamonds in the rough in Japan, sign some people, and reestablish, obviously, getting players from Japan. That would be nice. Yankees have historically done well with players from Japan, so I would hope that the Yankees can go after him as well. Sato. Of course, some players may not work out, but some players definitely do work out. Tanaka, of course, Hideki Matsui, a lot of other players too. That was key for the Yankees in their dynasty days. So here comes George Lombard Jr. hitting .250, batting 7th today. 1 out, runner on first base. And Tiedemann is going to look back at first base here to check on Jones. Yeah, Johnny, I do as well. Yep. Jones leads off of first, 1 out, top of the second, and the first pitch to Lombard is in there for a called strike. 0-1 here on Mr. Lombard, hitting .250 with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. This looks pretty good so far. Very good defensively. The 0-1 pitch to Lombard. The pitch inside. The runner goes to second, and Jones steals second base safely. Jones with the heads-up base running there steals second base. And now the Yankees have a runner on second base with 1 man out. That pitch was inside on Lombard, so the count is going to be 1-1. The 1-1 pitch coming up to Lombard. And the pitch is up high, 2-1. 2-1 here on Lombard. Two and one here on Lombard, hitting .250. Tiedemann is at 8 pitches here in the top of the second. And Tiedemann's going to look back at second base. No throw. Here comes the 2-1, the pitch. Line drive to left field. That's going to be a base hit for Lombard. Jones rounds third. He's going to score. And Lombard picks up an RBI single. And he goes to second base. Nice base running there by Lombard. He goes to second base there. And now the Yankees have a 1-0 lead as Lombard picks up an RBI single. And he also goes to second on the throw in the infield. Runner on second base, 1 out. Nice RBI single there by Mr. Lombard. Good to see that. Looks like it was a high slider there that Lombard took advantage of. Up high in the zone, nice level swing. And that's what the Yankees need to do more of. Hitting with runners in scoring position and making contact. So here comes Ryan McMahon up to bat against the lefty. The pitch outside, 1-0. 1-0 here on McMahon, hitting .219. 10 home runs, 31 ribbies. So 1-0 lead here for the Yankees. Lombard puts the Yankees up 1-0 with an RBI single. A 1-0 pitch coming up to Lombard. 1-0 coming up to McMahon. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike there. 1-1. 1-1. That's why I like Jones hitting before Lombard. They complement each other. Yep, that's right below. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And McMahon lines it to right field, but it's going to stay up for Lucas. He makes the catch in right field. And that's a hard line out. So McMahon is retired for the second out. 2 away in the top of the second. And coming up to bat now will be Austin Wells. Austin Wells coming up to bat here for the Yankees, top of the second, runner on second base. Lombard leads off of second. And the pitch to Wells. Fouls it away. And the count is 0-1. 0-1 here on Wells. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-2. 0-2 here on Wells. Top of the second. 0-2 pitch coming up here from Tiedemann. And he steps off the mound here, so we'll wait for the 0-2 pitch. Wells hitting 178. Tiedemann, the lefty, ready for the 0-2. The pitch to Wells. Checked his swing. Did he go around? And he went around there on a sweeper that was running off the outside corner. So Wells strikes out swinging. However, the Yankees do get their first run of the day. George Lombard Jr. with an RBI single, bringing in Spencer Jones. So 2 young Yankees putting together some good at-bats and getting the Yankees first on the board today with a 1-0 lead over Toronto. We've seen Toronto come back before, but with Cam on the mound, at least they got him some run support. I mean, it's only 1 run, but at least they got him something. So now at least Kim can go out there and just hopefully continue his dominance. So coming up to bat for Toronto will be Andres Jimenez, Brandon Valenzuela, and then Josh Smith. So Jimenez, Valenzuela, and Smith coming up to bat for Toronto. Going to the bottom of the second. See if there's any scores going on around the league today. Right now, you got the Cardinals on the Cubs. Cardinals up 4-3 in the top of the 5th. You got the White Sox and the Tigers, 4-3 White Sox, top of the 9th. And so that's pretty much what we got going on. But thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate it. Continue to hit that like button, please, if you're hopping in. We would appreciate that. Tomorrow night, guys, we're going to have our roundtable show, Sunday night recap roundtable show, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So please be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. roundtable show. But before that, Joe will be doing the Yankee game tomorrow. The play-by-play tomorrow for tomorrow's game. Joe will be doing the game tomorrow at 1, I believe it's a 1:37 start time. So that will be on the channel before. And then we're going to have the Sunday night recap show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So here we're ready for the bottom of the second. Of course, we're seeing Bellinger. Hopefully he can make his way back pretty soon. Was working out in the outfield. Still felt a little bit of tightness, but he's improving. Judge started playing catch today as well. We got an update from Nathan earlier about that, about Aaron Judge playing catch on the field today. So that's at least a step in the right direction. I don't think Judge will be back by September 1st, unfortunately. I just don't see it as a promising pathway for his injury of where he stands right now with his rehab. I don't see it as a progressive timeline for him to be back by September 1st, but I can see it being back. I could see Judge being back by hopefully mid-September, maybe a little bit earlier than that. So here is Jimenez up to bat against Cam here in the bottom of the second. And here's the first pitch to Jimenez. And this one is a little bit outside and up high. The count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way from Mr. Cam. And the pitch popped up, left field side, foul territory, and that one's going to go out of play into the stands behind the Blue Jays dugout. So 1-1 count here on Jimenez. Thank you guys for 10 likes. Appreciate that. Continue to hit the like button, please. Thank you guys for double-digit likes on the day today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way from Cam. Deals the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-2. 1-2 here on the lefty hitting Andres Jimenez. The 1-2 pitch coming up here to Jimenez. Cam deals the 1-2, the pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Going back is Ramos. Going back still on the warning track, but he makes the catch in front of the warning track for the first out. Well, that ball looked to be carrying a long way, but Ramos was there. He stopped just short of the warning track to make the catch. 1 out here in the bottom of the second, and that will bring up Brandon Valenzuela, the catcher today for Toronto, hitting .228. 8 home runs, 21 RBIs on the year. The first pitch to Valenzuela is outside, missed with the sinker. The count is 1-0. 1-0 here on Valenzuela. The 1-0 pitch. And that one is right down the heart of Broadway for a called strike, 1-1. 1-1 here on the catcher Valenzuela. The 1-1 pitch to Valenzuela. The pitch fouled away, and the count is now 1-2. 1-2 on Valenzuela. Tomorrow, the Blue Jays will have Dylan Cease on the mound against Ryan Weathers. So I'm sure that favors them with the matchup. However, the Yankees can definitely get to Dylan Cease. They've hit him a couple times before, done pretty well off of him. The 1-2 pitch to Valenzuela from Cam. The pitch way up high, misses outside. The count is now 2-2. 2-2. Two and two is the count to Valenzuela. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out on a high fastball. 98 miles per hour, and Valenzuela is down on strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Right there, the Blue Jays, you see they're only 1 game out of the wild card with the Twins and the Rangers above them. Tigers hold that 3rd wild card spot right now. The first pitch to Josh Smith is a curveball that's in there for a called strike 0-1. What's going on, Corky? How you doing? What is going on, Corky? Good to see you, Corky. The 0-1 pitch to Smith is down low. The count is 1-1. 1-1 here to Josh Smith. Ramos and Garcia, along with Jazz, have hurt our bench. Cabby, Goldie, Rosario get minimal at ABs. Yep. The 1-1 pitch to Smith. Outside, 2-1. 2-1 here on Josh Smith, hitting 214 for Toronto. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing, Jeff Ackerman? What's going on? Yeah, Jones and Lombard providing the run support early on for the Yankees today. 1-0 lead. The 2-1, the pitch. Oh, that one paints the outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. 2-2 there is the count on Josh Smith. Thank you guys for being here. Please press that like button as we're getting more people in the stream. Please press the like button, subscribe as well. The 2-2 pitch. Check the swing on a cutter on a curveball in the dirt. Did he go around? Yes, he went around there on the check swing. So Cam now has, I believe, 3 strikeouts on the day. 3 strikeouts for Cam there as he is showing off his arsenal with a fastball, cutter, and curveball mix, getting those 3 strikeouts on those 3 pitches. So that'll do it for the inning. The Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Going to the top of the 3rd inning now, we're going to have Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Heliot Ramos be the 3 batters for the Yankees. So 1-2-3 in their lineup. I think it's an added incentive today for Cam to also prove that he should have been the starting pitcher in the All-Star game over Dylan Cease. I think that would have been a fun matchup to see, but you can see Cam is going out there being aggressive and definitely wanting to prove to John Schneider that he should have been the starting pitcher in the All-Star game for the American League. So I think that's a good added incentive for Cam as well today, as if he needs any other incentive than to just go out there and be the pitcher that he's been this whole year so far. But good to see you guys. We also have Celia, I believe, was here before. Yep, Celia, what's going on? I have zero faith that this team can beat the Red Sox or the Rays. When Judge and Bellinger come back, I don't think it's enough. They still have too many duds in the lineup. Let me know your thoughts. Well, Celia, I agree with your assessment. I don't want to say the division is over yet because we do have about a little bit over a month left to go, so anything is possible. I mean, we've seen it be done where teams come back, but can this team go on a winning streak consistently enough with their offense? Can their offense perform to a level of consistency where they win 6, 7, 8 games in a row? I just don't know. I mean, we haven't seen it this year, so I can't say they will do it. I'm not very confident. I have to be honest. I'm not really confident that they're going to come back and win this division. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think as long as we get into a wild card spot, I think we'll be in a pretty good place. with Bellinger coming back, with Judge coming back, hopefully Stanton coming back as well. And I think we'll be in a better position lineup-wise. I think our offense will be hopefully more set up for success at that point. And of course, with the Yankees and Boone, the analytics running the lineup, they have to be efficient with the lineups that they're putting out there. But of course, we're going to talk about all that stuff as it comes about as well, but we'll see. But thank you, Celia, for that. And thank you guys for being here as well today. So here is Trent Grisham up to bat. The first pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Yeah, Charles, I agree with that. I think Cabby should be the everyday second baseman. I really do. I've seen enough of Jazz, and I know you guys have seen enough of Jazz too. The pitch to Grisham is outside. No, it looked like that was a check swing and a miss, so the count will be 0-2 here on Grisham, 0-2. Yeah, Jeff, well, they had the opener today. The Blue Jays had the opener in Braden Fisher. Luckily, the Yankees were able to capitalize in the second inning with Lombard coming through there off of Tiedemann. The pitch to Grisham is outside, 1-2. 1-2 here to Trent Grisham. Ramos can hit if his name is Dominguez. Yeah, Johnny, I know you said on the stream last night that Dominguez should be up here over Ramos. I definitely agree with that. Definitely think that Dominguez should be up here, but I just don't see the Yankees just sending down Ramos or just DFAing him. I mean, he does have control as well. I think 3 more years of control, so I don't think the Yankees will just send him down or DFA him. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2 here on Grisham, 2-2. 2-2 here on Mr. Trent Grisham. The 2-2 hit in the air to right center field, and right there is Bateman to make the play. A little bit shallower than I thought that ball was going to be, but Bateman makes the catch there in center field, so there's one away. One away here in the top of the third, and that will bring up Ben Rice. Chef Nick going to use the leftover risotto and make fried rice balls. Stuffed with mozzarella cheese tomorrow. Ooh, that sounds good. Like arancini balls. The first pitch to Rice is fouled away. Good swing by Rice, but he fouls that one away, so the count is 0-1. 0-1 here on Ben Rice. Butternut squash risotto fritters. Oh, orange marmalade chipotle crema. Sounds good, chef. Wow. Butternut squash risotto fritters. Wow. Okay. Taken to a new high standard here. The 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. 1-1. If you guys haven't seen Chef Nick's Instagram story, you definitely should check that out. He's posting a lot of great pictures on there with his with the foods that he's making, his new recipes that he's trying out. You guys should definitely take a look at that. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike, and now it's 1-2. 1-2 here. The 1-2 to Rice is fouled away, and the count remains 1-2. One and two here on Ben Rice. Tiedemann is still in the game here for a second inning of work. The 1-2 pitch from Tiedemann. And the pitch is down low. The count is now 2-2. 2-2 here on Ben Rice. The 2-2 pitch coming up to Rice from Tiedemann. The pitch fouled away, and the count remains 2-2. Hey, what's going on, Arthur? Thank you for being here, Arthur. What's going on? Still trying to get back to normal after the passing of my dog, Bellagio, so I'm not active again today in chat, sending love and winning vibes. Well, thank you for being here, Arthur. I hope that you're doing okay after the loss of your dog there. We all hope that you are definitely doing well at this time. The 2-2 to Rice is in there for a called strike 3, so Rice goes down looking there, 2 away. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Yes, we definitely are sorry for your loss of your dog there, Arthur. So we're happy that you can come to us, and we can definitely provide you with some entertainment, a little bit of a distraction from that as well. So it looks like Schneider is going to take out Tiedemann here. So Tiedemann will walk off the mound after his major league debut. gives up 1 run, but he does do a fairly decent job here in this game, only pitching an inning and 2/3. But he gives up a run. And so now the Blue Jays will make a pitching change here. Already their second pitching change of the day, as they had Fisher open up the game, and now with Tiedemann coming out, they will go with their third pitcher already. We'll see who they bring in the game here, as we'll give you guys that update. Most likely it's going to be a right-handed pitcher facing off against Heliot Ramos as well. Below says, prepping a leg of lamb for dinner tomorrow night. I got friends coming over. Nice. Nice, Below. So appreciate you guys again for being here. Of course, hopefully the Yankees can win today's game. And we'll see where we go from here. But Toronto definitely not making it easy. Still fighting for that last wild card spot with the Twins, the Rangers, the Tigers. All very competitive here in the wild card race. Yankees, of course, being in the first wild card over Boston, too. So the new pitcher for Toronto is going to be Simeon Woods Richardson, formerly who was on the Minnesota Twins. So Woods Richardson will come up to bat, or Woods Richardson will come into pitch. Actually, he's going to come into pitch for Toronto. So Woods Richardson here for Toronto. He's 2-7 win-loss record, 6.23 ERA, 62 innings pitched for Minnesota and Toronto. So hopefully the Yankees can get some more runs here on the board. They should, with Woods Richardson on the mound here having an over 6 ERA. Here comes Ramos. The first pitch to Heliot is up high, 1-0. 1-0 here on Ramos, who is 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball to shortstop. Jimenez on a knee, gets up, fires to first, and that will be the final out of the inning. Ramos is retired. He grounds out to shortstop. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. And coming up to bat for Toronto will be Charles McAdoo, Brett Bateman, and Nathan Lucas. So 9-1-2 in the Toronto lineup. Again, Yankees have a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the third. And that means it's time for our scoreboard update. Guys, please continue to like the stream. Subscribe if you're new. We're almost at 2,000 subs. So please, you're not going to want to miss out on a lot of content coming your way. A lot of fun stuff coming your guys' way very, very soon. More play-by-plays, interviews brought to you guys by Nathan and his sports team. Nathan Sports Rush as well. Him and his team do a great job on the channel, bringing guests on. And, of course, all those things. Definitely, we look forward to having them all on the shows, too. Also had a great trade deadline show as well with all those guests that came on. And, of course, with Luis Soho last week, this past week on Monday. Luis Soho was on for an interview. That was good to see as well. So please like and subscribe as well. So let's do a little scoreboard update. So as you guys know, Yankees have a 1-0 lead here on Toronto going to the bottom of the third. The final, the White Sox defeated the Tigers 4-3. So the White Sox win again. They defeat Detroit today 4-3 in 9 innings. So that does leave a little bit of a doorway there for Toronto if they happen to win today's game. That could bring them closer to a wild card spot. The Cardinals have a 4-3 lead over the Cubs going to the top of the 6th. The Rockies and the Giants are coming up in about 20 minutes. Coming up in about 20 minutes again will be the Nationals and the Mets. Coming up at 6:10 will be Orioles Rays. 6:40 Marlins Reds. 7:10 Padres Guardians. 7:10 Mariners Astros. 7:10 Phillies Twins. 7:15 Red Sox Pirates. 7:15 D-backs Braves. 7:15 Brewers Dodgers. 9:38 Royals Angels. And then 9:40 Rangers and Athletics. So here's Charles McAdoo. The first pitch from Cam is a called strike. 0-1 here on Charles McAdoo, the number 9 hitter for Toronto. The 0-1 pitch coming up to McAdoo, the pitch. That one is a line drive, but right to the first baseman, Garcia. He makes the catch, and there's one away here in the bottom of the third, 1 out. That one was hit very sharply, but luckily Garcia was playing at the perfect position there. One away here in the bottom of the third. So here comes Brett Bateman up to bat, who was 1 for 1 on the day with an infield single back in the first. And the pitch to Bateman is up high. The count is 1-0. Jason says the AL wildcard is wild race with 5 teams in the mix for the last spot. Yep. Oh, I'll give the scoreboard updates after this inning, Jason. Don't worry. We just didn't have time for it, but I'll give the updates after this inning. Don't you worry. The 1-0 pitch is down low, 2-0. I did not forget about the football updates. No. If you want, I can read out the games from last night. The 2-0 pitch from Cam fouled away, and the count is now 2-1. I will give a little mini update right now. The Vikings right now have a 13 lead over the Giants here in the fourth quarter, 1:55 left to go. So Dax Anderson, you're about to win your Super Bowl, so congratulations. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Cam. The pitch outside 3-1. 3-1 here on Brett Bateman. Yep, thank you, Charles. Below, Jason is a Jets fan. Jason is a Jets fan. 3-1 pitch coming up to Bateman, the pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike, 3-2. 3-2 here on Brett Bateman. 3rd down and 3 for the Vikings. They're going to make a play here. 3-2 is the count here on Brett Bateman. 3-2 pitch coming up here from Mr. Cam. The 3-2 inside. He walked him, ball 4. Not a good pitch there from Cam. He missed inside off the inside corner there, so that will be a walk. 2 walks here for Cam against Toronto today. 2 walks. So that will bring up Nathan Lucas with a runner on first base, 1 out. Lucas hit a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. The first pitch to Mr. Lucas. And Cam's going to go back to first base. Bateman is safe there at first. Just to end the season. I think the Jets will have a promising year this year, of course, with Geno Smith at the helm there. I think they'll be a little bit better than last year. Can't be any worse. And here comes the first pitch to Lucas. The pitch up high, 1-0. 1-0 here on Lucas. And Nathan has breaking news. My team and I have booked our friend, also a sports agent, Dan Tiant, who is the son of Red Sox legend Luis Tiant, for this show on Tuesday, August 18th at 5 p.m. Thank you, Nathan. The 1-0 pitch. That one is hit in the air, but it's going to be a foul ball. The count is 1-1. So, yeah, Nathan booked you guys a couple of interviews for next week. We have Matt Garza coming on Monday, and then now Luis Tiant Dan Tiant will be coming on the show on Tuesday. So 2 interviews back-to-back days. The 1-1 pitch to Lucas. The pitch is outside, 2-1. 2-1 here on Nathan Lucas. We always appreciate that, Nathan. Thank you. Two one on the way here from Cam to Lucas. And the pitch is a line drive to left field. That's going to be a base hit. I believe it was a hit and run. Ramos bobbles it in left field. But staying at second base is Bateman. Runners on first and second, 1 out. That was the base hit to left field there by Lucas. So runners on first and second base for Toronto. They are threatening here in the bottom of the third. Lucas has had a couple of those nice swings to left field, base hits. So let's hope Kim can get out of this inning, as coming up to bat now for Toronto is going to be Alejandro Kirk. Kirk coming up to bat. Yeah, of course, we always appreciate Nathan and his team for the hard work that they do for the show. and for all their clients individually as well. Looks like Austin Wells had something in his eye there. So the trainer is going to come out to look at Austin Wells, make sure there's nothing going on with his eye here. In the Giants game right now, it's 13-10 Minnesota, 124 left to play in the fourth quarter. Minnesota has a 3rd and 3. No problem, Billo. We'll see you after you take your call. No problem. Here comes Aaron Boone coming out. So 1st and 2nd, 1 out for Toronto. Yep, the Vikings did get the first down, so they're going to win this game. Vikings are going to win the game today. I believe it will be 13-10 the final. Nathan said the Mets are interested in pursuing Skubal after the season. Ooh, okay. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with all the free agents. I believe there's going to be a lot of free agent signings that will happen before the lockout on December 1st. I think there are going to be a lot of signings before the December 1st lockout. So in November, there's going to be a lot of free agent signings that happen before the winter meetings, of course. So here is Alejandro Kirk up to bat for Toronto. Yeah, Charles, but all the backups are in there. It's all the backups, 3rd stringers, 4th stringers. All those guys that are in the game right now aren't going to make the team. At least most of them. The pitch to Kirk is down low, 1-0. 1-0 here on Alejandro Kirk. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Kirk is fouled away. The count is now 1-1. 1-1 here on Alejandro Kirk. The 1-1 pitch to Kirk. Missed down low. 2-1. 2-1. Rolo plays up Yankee killer. Yeah, Kirk is definitely a Yankee killer. That's for sure. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Cam to Kirk. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball right to second base. Jazz dives, but he can't make the play. It goes off his glove to center field. Scoring is Bateman, and going to 3rd is Lucas. 1st and 3rd for Toronto as they tie the game up at 1. Tied up at 1 apiece here in Toronto. Base hit there for Alejandro Kirk, and there it is. Base hit for Kirk. Toronto ties the score up at 1. 1st and 3rd, 1 away. Unlucky there for Jazz. It went off his glove, deflected into center field. It would have been a tough play to make. I definitely would have gotten Kirk at first base. The run definitely would have been prevented there. Tough play for Jazz. 1-1 game. Well, I think Joe predicted that, right? I think Joe said something about Alejandro Kirk getting 5 total bases or something like that, getting a big hit. Well, of course, here it is. As you guys should always listen to Joe, always listen to his advice when it comes to the opposing team scoring runs or always giving predictions too. You guys should definitely listen to those things. You can bet your bottom dollar that those things will happen to the Yankees. Spaz doesn't make the play as usual. Pathetic. Yeah. Yep, he is a Spaz. Yep, that's just who he is. It's just who he is. It was. I think people give him a hard time sometimes for no reason. Like they go a little bit too hard on him, but I think it's a lot of the criticism that he's receiving, the baseball criticism that he's receiving, is definitely worthwhile of what he's done on the field this year. The pitch to Sanchez is fouled away. 0-1. Now the Yankees need to hopefully prevent this run from scoring. Don't let Toronto take the lead. Hopefully prevent this run from scoring from 3rd base. Just make sure that Toronto doesn't take the lead back. What's up, Buck School Gang House? What's going on? The 0-1 pitch to Sanchez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball there in the dirt. And the count is 0-2. 0-2 here on Jesus Sanchez, who walked back in the second inning. What's going on, Bucks? Thanks for being here, Buck School Gang House. The pitch to Sanchez is up high, 1-2. Of course, Bucks is our resident Rays fan here. All right, 1-2 count here on Jesus Sanchez. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a fastball. 2 away here. Nice pitch there from Cam as he gets his 4th strikeout of the game. 4 strikeouts for Cam, and now the Blue Jays have runners on first and third with 2 men out. Rays almost came back last night and won. Yeah, I saw that, Bucks. I saw that they were down 6-2. They got a couple of base hits. They were down 6-5, but they did lose last night, but they almost came back to win that game from 6-2 down. Yep, I did see that. Here is Kazuma Okamoto up the bat for Toronto. The first pitch to Mr. Okamoto. Misses up high, 1-0. And Cam tapped his hat like he wanted to challenge that one, but he's not going to get that challenge. Don't think it would have been a successful challenge anyway. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Cam to Okamoto. And the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. 2-0 here on Okamoto. 2-0. Just DFA Jazz and move on already. I wish they would do that below. I wish they tried to trade him at the deadline. I mean, maybe they did try to trade him, but they weren't going to get any significant offers from Jazz Chisholm. The 2-0 pitch to Okamoto missed up high there with a cutter. The count's 3-0. 3-0 here on Okamoto. Cam is at 56 pitches here in the bottom of the third inning. It's a 1-1 game in Toronto. First and third, 2 men out, 3-0 count to Okamoto. Cam deals. The pitch is right there in for a called strike. 3-1. 3-1 here on Okamoto. The 3-1 pitch coming up here from Cam to Okamoto. The pitch. This one is lifted in the air. It's first base, foul territory. Garcia is going to make the catch for the final out of the inning. Makes the play there in foul territory. First base, foul territory there. So that will do it for the inning. Luckily, the Blue Jays don't score any more runs. It's going to be a 1-1 game. And we're now going to go to the top of the fourth. Yankees coming up in the fourth inning will be Luis Garcia, Spencer Jones, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Garcia, Jones, and Chisholm, 4, 5, 6 coming up the bat for the Yankees in their half of the fourth inning coming up. Because I promised Jason the scores for football, I will read out the scores for the preseason football games that have already happened today so far. Let's see what we got going on. I believe there are also more games tonight for the NFL, but I'll read out the games that happened already today. So today you had three finals today already. So your finals today, you had the Bears beat the Browns 34-10 in Chicago. The Bills beat the Panthers 29-14, and the Minnesota Vikings beat the Giants 13-10 today. So those are your 3 finals. Going on right now, you have the Rams against the Chiefs, Jaguars against the Saints. The Saints are up 6-0 in the first quarter. Later on tonight, you have the Eagles against the Ravens, and then you have the Cowboys against the Seahawks at 8 o'clock tonight on NFL Network. So looking forward to seeing that, of course, tonight. Below, what's Cam's pitch count at? I will let you know right now. I'll let you know below. Billy Oh no. Billy Oh no. Bill. That's also referring to Bill O'Neill, not you, Bill O'Neill. If you don't know who Bill O'Neill is, just look it up on YouTube and you'll see him probably bowling a gutter ball. Also in the WNBA, you have the Liberty beat the Sun 82-75. All right, Bill O wants the pitch count. I'll give you the pitch count. The first pitch to Garcia from Simeon Woods Richardson is a called strike 0-1. Last night was bad, but at least the Jays had an MLB pitcher. Springer and Vlad today. No pitchers. AAA lineup cannot lose this game. Nope. I agree with that one, Jeff. The pitch to Garcia is lifted to left field, but it's going to be a foul ball 0-2. All right, so Cam's pitch count. He is at 58 pitches below 58, 5-8. 58 pitches for Mr. Cam. Jeff says August 18th is his 1-year anniversary of me being a newborn here. Joe gave birth to me. Yeah. Yep. August 18th is the 1-year anniversary of Chef Nick being on the channel. So coming up in 3 days, of course. Chef, don't worry. We will have a big celebration for you as we'll all jump off a high cliff for you and land in the ocean. Maybe we'll go skydiving. The 1-2 pitch is down low, 2-2. 2-2 here on Garcia Jr. Two pitch coming up here to Garcia, the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike 3. Garcia goes down looking. It's amazing. This guy has an over 6 ERA, and all the Yankees can do is just look at fastballs right down the middle. I mean, seriously, you should be hitting those pitches. Cover that part of the plate. The problem is they're not recognizing what the pitch is. All they're doing is just guessing up there. They're not actually noticing what the guy is throwing them. So here's Spencer Jones. The first pitch is up and away, 1-0. 1-0 here on Spencer Jones. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Definitely a great 1-year it's been with Chef on the channel, of course. Would not replace it for anything else. So, Chef, we will definitely celebrate that day. And again, happy anniversary to you. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away. The count is now 1-2. 1-2 here on Spencer Jones. Hopefully we get a Spencer Jones bomb here, as Billow also says there. The 1-2 pitch to Jones. Misses up high, 2-2. 2-2 here on Jones. Great hitting on this team, great coaching. Yeah, Charles, yep. Oh, we just got to hope that they come through here. The 2-2. Jones grounds this one, but it's going to be a foul ball outside of first. The count remains 2-2. Jeff Nick against Stacks live at Madison Square Garden main event. Oh, yeah. I pay to see that. Definitely. The 2-2 pitch coming up here from Woods Richardson to Jones. The pitch inside on down low, 3-2. Nice take there by Jones. Nice take there with a splitter there from Woods Richardson. So Jones takes that one. 3-2 full count pitch coming up here to Jones. And Richardson deals the pitch. Jones lifts this one in the air to left field. Coming in is the left fielder, but he makes the play. That's, I believe, Sanchez out there in left field, so he makes the catch. 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 away. 2 away. Two outs here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 ball game as Jazz Chisholm Jr. is going to come up to bat. The first pitch to Jazz is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Jazz popped out to second base in the 2nd inning. The pitch to Jazz. Swing and a miss over a curveball, and the count is 0-2. 0-2 here to Jazz Chisholm. The pitch to Jazz Chisholm is down low in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. 1-2 here on Jazz Chisholm. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jazz goes down swinging for strike 3. That was the Toronto fourth strikeout of the game. Four strikeouts for Toronto pitching in this game. 4 strikeouts for Toronto pitching. So it's a 1-1 game. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays will be Jimenez, Valenzuela, and Smith. Jimenez, Valenzuela, and Smith coming up to bat for Toronto. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8 coming up to bat for Toronto. Yep, as usual, Jazz Chisholm with pathetic at-bats. And, luckily he won't be a Yankee next season. Yankees do not intend to give him an offer, any qualifying offer or any long-term offer after the season's over. So luckily he won't be on the team next year. But your second baseman might be somebody in the Yankees organization already. He played shortstop this year already. And, his name might be Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe might be the second baseman next year for the Yankees. If I was them, I would try to look for more upgrades, more replacements, but better replacements, I should say, for second base than Volpe. But if I had to say right now, I think Volpe is going to be your second baseman going into next season. Of course, with the salary cap floor and ceiling that was proposed the other day, that was proposed by the owners. I think it was like $275 million as a cap and $150 million as a floor for the salary cap attendance next year, hopefully. And we'll just have to see how that turns out. But I think Volpe will be most likely your second baseman next year, and I don't think a lot of you guys are going to be happy about that. But we'll see. I need some new pants to wear. Maybe I can strike out too. Yeah, Susan, they can't make outs fast enough, John. Yeah. Take the combined strikeouts, and you will win every single time the Yankees play. Yep. Take the over on strikeouts too. Take the over on strikeouts for the other team, and you'll win your payout, no doubt. No thanks. I'm looking for a second baseman. Yeah. Yeah, Charles. Well, maybe you can go in there and play second base. The first pitch to Jimenez, inside 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away. The count is 1-1. I think Charles, I think you can be our new second baseman. What do you think about that? So Jimenez up to bat for Toronto. Cam is ready, and the 1-1 pitch. Up high and away, 2-1. 2-1 here on Andres Jimenez, who's 0 for 1 today. Yeah, Bill, I don't see it happening either. But at the end of the day, it's probably what we're going to see, if anything. The 2-1 pitch is lifted in the air to left field, not deep. Ramos coming over to his right. Coming a few steps in, and he makes the play for the first out. 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning, 1 away. Let's see if the Yankees can manage a 1-pitch inning, 2 intentional walks, then a 1-pitch triple play. Oh my God. I don't think that would ever happen, Jeff, but if it did, you would see me going berserk. I do remember one time the Yankees actually did turn a triple play one time. I believe it was in 2021. They turned a triple play against the Athletics. If anybody remembers that game, step up and feel free to say it. But they did actually turn a triple play against the Athletics in 2021. Go look it up. The first pitch to Valenzuela, inside 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, outside 2-0. Might as well, one of those cutouts from the COVID era, play second base. Yeah, Bill. Yep. Jazz 139 strikeouts, yeah. The 2-0 pitch, outside 3-0. So Cam is losing his command a little bit here against Valenzuela. 3-0 count. 3-0 count here to Valenzuela. After this half inning, we'll do a little standings update. Give you guys update on the standings. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, 3-1. 3-1 here to Valenzuela. The 1-1 pitch is popped up. Foul territory, left field side, but it's going to go out of play in the stands. And the count will be now 3-1. I believe it's 3-1, not 3-2. Oh, well, they're saying it's 3-2. So the count's 3-2 here on Valenzuela. 3-2 here. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Chapman inducted a game. Yes, he did. That was the game that I was referring to, Jeff. Yep. Where Chapman was on the mound. It was against the Athletics. That was a game-ending triple play there for the Yankees. Yep. The pitch to Valenzuela is a swing and a miss. So he goes down swinging. That's Cam's 5th strikeout of the game. 5 strikeouts for Cam here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 away. As that will now bring up Josh Smith, who was also a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. And here comes the first pitch to Smith. Cam kicks and deals the pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Please continue to press the like button, everybody, please. We're at over double-digit likes, so please continue to press that like button. The 0-1 pitch to Mr. Josh Smith. And the pitch is outside, 1-1. 1-1 here to Josh Smith. Cam is at 70 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. 70 pitches. All earned. That's right, Jay Dunn, all earned. The 1-1 pitch to Josh Smith. Fouled away, 1-2. 1-2 here on Josh Smith. The 1-2 count to Smith coming up. The 1-2 pitch on the way. And the 1-2. And Cam misses up high and away with the fastball. The count is now even at 2-2. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Smith. The pitch. And Cam misses again with a high fastball up and away, 3-2. 3-2 here on Josh Smith. Three-two count here to Smith. Cam sets and ready for the 3-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a high cutter. He goes down swinging for the 2nd time today. And that is Cam's 6th strikeout of the game. 6 strikeouts through 4 innings of play. And now we're going to go to the top of the 5th. Coming up to bat for the Yankees will be George Lombard Jr., Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells. So 7, 8, and 9, I believe. Yeah, 7, 8, and 9 for the Yankees in their lineup. Overall, it's been a pretty clean game here. No errors for either team. 2 hits for the Yankees, 3 hits for Toronto. 1 run for each team. 1 run for the Yankees was by George Lombard Jr. Hit a base hit to left field, hit a single, RBI single that scored Spencer Jones. And for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk hit a single that scored Brett Bateman for Toronto. So that's your score update there. 1-1 here in the going to the top of the 5th. The Cardinals now have a 7-3 lead over the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's do a little standings update right now as we have some teams that are in contention here for an AL wildcard spot. So right now, of course, you have Tampa Bay that's 6.5 games up over the Yankees in first place in the AL East, 6.5 games up. Boston is 3 games back from second place in the AL East, so they're only 3 games behind the Yankees. Boston's also 3 games behind the Yankees for the first wild card spot. So the Yankees are up by 8.5 games in the first wild card spot. Boston is up in the second half. Boston's up in the second wild card spot by 5.5 games, and they are up 5.5 games over Minnesota, Texas, and Detroit. So now it's a 3-way tie between Minnesota, Texas, and Detroit for the third wild card spot. So it's either going to be Minnesota, Texas, Detroit. You also have Toronto, that's only a half a game back. You have Baltimore, who's only a half a game back. You have the Guardians, who's 1 game back, and you have the Seattle Mariners, who are 3 games back. So that's pretty much the cutoff there for the wild card. So you have Minnesota, Texas, Detroit, Toronto, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Seattle. 7 teams that are fighting for 1 wild card spot here in the AL East. So big game here for Toronto. Hopefully the Yankees can shave them off. Hopefully win this game here tonight or today. The 1-0 pitch to Lombard. And that one's in there for a called strike. The count is 1-1 here on George Lombard Jr., 1-1. We're at 14 likes. Thank you guys for the likes. Please continue to press the like button. Get us to 20 likes. The 1-1 pitch is inside on Lombard. The count is now 2-1. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. And that one is outside, 3-1. So Woods Richardson misses outside there. The count is now 3-1. Let's get on base here. Come on. Let's go, Lombard. Let's get a nice leadoff walk here. The 3-1 pitch. Up high and inside, ball 4. So he walked him on that at bat. So Lombard works a leadoff walk here to begin the top of the 5th inning. Nice at bat to work the walk. Runner on first base, nobody out. We are playing below 500 baseball this month. Yeah, Charles. Yep. We're also below 500 in the month of July as well. So here's Ryan McMahon up to bat, who lined out back in the second. The first pitch to McMahon, the pitch, is in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 here on Ryan McMahon. Woods Richardson is at 24 pitches here in the top of the 5th. I imagine he's going to be the bulk guy for Toronto today. And Lombard goes back to first. Blue Jays check up on him at first base. He is safe. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Richardson. And the 0-1 just misses up high for ball 1. The count is 1-1. 1-1 here on McMahon. Runner on first is Lombard, top of the 5th. And Lombard goes back to first again. They check on him at first base. He's safe. McMahon is up to bat. 1-1 count, top of the 5th. Be a good opportunity for the Yankees to get another run across the board here. And the pitch. This one is fouled away. The count is 1-2. 1-2 here on Ryan McMahon. Looks like Billow and Jeff agree that Lombard should be off in this at bat. They should at least try to send him, or at least try to do a little hit and run action. Try to split the left side of the infield, shortstop and third base. Maybe go the other way for a hit and run here. McMahon has shown the ability to hit the ball the other way past couple of games. The 1-2 pitch to McMahon. Fly ball to center field, not deep. Moving over is Bateman to his right. Still moving over. He makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. McMahon does nothing but fly out there, so 1 out here. Runner on first. Lombard is at first base. Here comes Austin Wells off the bat, who struck out back in the 2nd inning. Austin Wells 0 for 1 on the day, come up to bat here against Woods Richardson. First pitch coming up here to Austin Wells. The pitch Misses down low, 1-0. 1-0 here on Wells. Yeah, no, definitely. I think you guys make some good points here. The Yankees have actually been successful when they actually do send base runners. When they actually do attempt to steal, they've been pretty successful at it. So they should try to do more of that. And Lombard is a pretty fast runner too. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to first base. That's a fair ball. McAdoo steps on first, throws to second, and Lombard is tagged out at second base. That will be a double play there for the Blue Jays. 3-6 double play. And that will end the inning. 1-1 game. We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-1 ball game here, going to the bottom of the fifth. That was unfortunate right there. Just like that, the inning's over. So 1-1 game, going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Coming up to bat for Toronto is going to be McAdoo, Bateman, and Lucas. So 9-1-2 for Toronto. 9-1-2. Again, it would be nice for the Yankees to score more than one run a game. We know they have the capability to. They have we've seen it before in the game against the Mariners, that Wednesday night game. That was on ESPN. They scored 10 runs in that game. So we know they can do it. It's just about, whether they keep the lineup consistent. They've shown that they can do it in that game. The lineup was good. They just have to keep that lineup the same. I don't know why they changed things around all of a sudden. We know Boone is predicated on matchups and analytics most of the time, but you also have to know when things are working the right way and know when to keep things the same too. It's about having knowledge of, whether guys are right in certain situations, whether guys can be put in the same spot every day. I think that would be nice for Boone to give that confidence to the players of putting them in similar positions in the lineup and in the field every game. And of course, you're going to have to make certain changes at some point with the matchups and the pitchers that are coming up. But it would be nice for them to show some consistency offensively. Of course, when they're scoring 10 runs, they're not going to score 10 runs every game. But when they have a game like that, it would be nice to see them keep the lineup the same and at least show some consistency on that front, as they were doing that pretty well. But then they just changed some stuff around and didn't work. But it's been a problem for the Yankees this season, is scoring runs consistently and putting guys on base. Hitting with runners in scoring position has always been an issue with the Yankees too. Wisewell is pulling that pitch. I mean, it was an inside fastball. I mean, I don't know. They're probably telling him to pull the pitch. Well, Wells is a guy that sometimes goes the other way. He does have the power to go the other way. But mostly he's a pull hitter. That's pretty much just what he is. Looney Tunes, they're telling him who to play. They need to change it up sometimes. Yeah. I think it's definitely mostly the front office that's doing this, but I think Boone definitely has the capability of making the changes on his own from what he sees. He definitely has the power to do that if he wants to. It's just if he's wrong, he's going to suffer the consequences. The 0-1 pitch to McAdoo is down low, 1-1. So we're in the bottom of the fifth. McAdoo is up to bat here against Cam Schlittler, who's at 76 pitches here in the bottom of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch to McAdoo. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Lombard, 2 running errors, consecutive games showing no development like Jason. Well, that was true. Obviously, you don't want to see the base running mistakes. I mean, but pretty much everybody's done that on the team. A lot of guys have base running errors. And I think yesterday it was just one of those bad mistakes. It was a bad mistake by Lombard. He should have just stayed at second base. Shouldn't have overran the base. I think he was just looking at his third base coach, trying to read a signal off of him, but obviously it didn't work out. The pitch to McAdoo is in there for a called strike 3, and Cam has his 7th strikeout of the game. 7 strikeouts for Cam today, as he records the strikeout right there on Charles McAdoo for the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Yeah, Charles, that's true. But speaking of Little Leaguers, coming up pretty soon, actually, in about 5 to 10 days, will be the Little League World Series. So the Little League World Series is coming to Little League World Series is coming to Pennsylvania in about 5 days. That's always fun, watching the Little League World Series. The 1-0 pitch to Bateman on the way from Cam. And the 1-0 pitch fouled away. The count is now 1-1. What I mean, it's the Yankee thing that's not to not know any fundamentals. Yep. That's true. Just they focus on the wrong things. So here is the 1-1 pitch to Bateman. The 1-1. Ground ball to first base. Sorry, Luis Garcia flips to Cam, who is covering, and he steps on the base for the second out of the bottom of the fifth. 2 away here. 2 away for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the fifth, and that will now bring up Nathan Lucas. Hey, what's up, Dax Anderson? What's going on, Dax? What's going on? Good to see you. Your Vikings did beat my Giants today, Dax, 13-10. So good win there for the Vikings as they win the preseason opener there. Good to see you as well. Good to see you, Dex, as well. Don't hit the ball to Spaz. Nope. Dex, if you haven't heard, Chef Nick also wants to challenge you to a wrestling match or a boxing match, too. The pitch to Lucas is the ground ball to second base. Moving over to his right is Jazz. He throws to first, and he got him out at first base. Nice play by Jazz Chisholm right there. Moved to his right, made the play. And that is the final out of the inning. That's the final out there of the bottom of the fifth. Now we're going to go to the top of the sixth. Coming up to bat for for the Yankees in the top of the sixth will be Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Heliot Ramos. So 1, 2, 3 coming up to bat for the Yankees in the top of the sixth. So we appreciate you guys being here. Please press that like button. I appreciate that. It's going to step away here for 1 sec, but I'll be right back, guys. Thank you for being here. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank you all for being here. Continue to press the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done already. Top of the sixth here, Trent Grisham will lead off against. This is Mason Fluharty in the game for Toronto. The first pitch is a swing and a miss, 0-1. Oh, no. You can tell Chef Nick, I cash checks and break necks, and more importantly, he should stay in the kitchen. Oh, no. No, Dax. You did not just do that, Dax. You came off the top rope and went flying into Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Oh, God. Here we go. And it's going to get real now. Oh, Dax, you just opened a can of worms. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch is outside 2-1. 2-1 here on Trent Grisham. Chef, if you're listening, I bet you have a big roast coming up. They're going to counter with the right punch. The pitch to Grisham is a ground ball to first, but that's going to be a foul ball, and the count is now 2-2. That's right. We're now in the Attitude Era of NY Yankee Mania, where Chef Nick and Dax Anderson will be going at each other. Jays aren't thinking catch the Sox; they're thinking catch the Yankees. Why not? Yeah, exactly. That's always their mindset. Dax Anderson from the top rope. Oh my goodness. Never thought we'd see the day. The pitch to Grisham is the lazy pop-up to shallow left field. Going out is Jimenez. Coming in is Sanchez, and Sanchez makes the play for the first out in the top of the 6th. One away here in the top of the 6th, and now that will bring up Ben Rice coming up to bat. Ben Rice coming up to bat, who's 0 for 2 on the day. After this half inning, I'll give you guys another scoreboard update, and also we'll be doing a National League standings update as well. Some teams have made their way into their wild card spots. The first pitch to Rice is a fly ball to right field, and deep going back is the right fielder. On the warning track is Lucas, but he makes the play on the warning track for the second out. Rice hit that one high and far, but it was not deep enough for a home run, and that is the second out of the top of the 6th. 2 away. 2 away. Two outs here in the top of the 6th as Mason Fluharty is in the game. Here comes Heliot Ramos up to bat. The pitch is up high 1-0. 1-0 here on Heliot Ramos. Fluharty is 5-1 with a 3.88 ERA. 3.88 ERA. The pitch to Ramos is fouled away, and the count is 1-1. 1-1 here on Ramos. Believe it or not, I think this is a good idea to virtually have a match via words and crash other streams and bring them to us. They're all boring. Yep, exactly. Need some entertainment here. The pitch to Ramos is a ground ball to shortstop. Jimenez bobbles it, throws to first, and he's out at first base. Why aren't you running? Ramos is as slow as a duck. He wasn't even running. He was halfway walking across the first base line as he was way out by like 5 feet at first base. Not even running hard. What he already assumed it was going to be out. You should get benched for that. Why are you not running the first base? You're like 1 for 35 in a Yankees uniform, no RBIs, and that's what you do? I mean, seriously, get this guy on the bench. This guy should not be playing every day. He's supposed to be good against left-handed pitching. He's supposed to be batting at least, 280, 290 against lefties. But all he does is ground out, pop out, strike out, fly out. That's all this guy does. What does he do that's helping the team? Nothing. This guy should definitely not be hitting third against right-handed pitching. I don't know where that fits into your analytics, Yankees, but it should not be the case with this guy. This guy should be a bench player. He should not be playing over a guy like Jason Dominguez, who's stuck in the minor leagues. I don't understand why this guy is intentionally being in the lineup every single day. I just don't understand it. Some of the decisions that the Yankees make are just baffling. I don't get it. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing? How you doing? Well, a raid is a little bit different than crashing the stream. A raid is just pretty much one streamer going into another streamer and pretty much just having their chat go in and comment into the other chat. It's a little bit different than crashing it, I guess, in a passive aggressive type of way. But what's going on, guys? Thank you for being here. Evan, what other options do we have for outfield? Well, we have Jason Dominguez, who's in the minor leagues right now. He could be playing. I mean, Bellinger will be back pretty soon. At least we'll see Bellinger when he comes back in left field. And Spencer Jones should be in right field with Grisham in center field. But pretty much, you have Dominguez. Other than that, you pretty much just got to deal with Ramos right now. Unless you want to bring back up Max Schumann, I guess. But nobody, I guess, they don't want to do that either. Max Schumann is not going to be an option. Boone, he was going to be out anyways. Yeah. I just don't like to see guys not running hard, especially when they're not performing well. You should be running hard all the time. So here's Alejandro Kirk. The pitch is fouled away. The count is 0-2. 0-2 here on Kirk. So 0-2 is the count here on Alejandro Kirk. Bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees and Blue Jays are tied up at 1. Cam is at 84 pitches here in the bottom of the 6th. He's doing well he has 7 strikeouts on the day. The 0-2 pitch to Kirk. Down low, 1-2. 1-2 here. So here is Brent Hedrick, who's warming up in the bullpen. The 1-2 pitch to Kirk. Cam deals the pitch. Line drive to right field. It's going to be a foul ball off the netting in right field, fouled away. The count is going to be 1-2, remaining at 1-2. Oh God, and Chef, yeah, okay, yeah, Chef, we're not going to do that. 1-2 pitch coming up here from Cam to Kirk. The pitch, ground ball up the middle, coming over is Lombard. He makes the play, throws to first, and Garcia stays on the base for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Lombard to come over. Nice play by Garcia to stay on first base after the high throw. So there's one out here in the bottom of the sixth, one away. One out here, bottom of the sixth. Cam is at 87 pitches in the sixth inning. Here comes Jesus Sanchez up to bat. Sanchez walked back in the first inning, but he struck out in the fourth, I believe, or the third. I believe it was the third. The pitch to Sanchez is outside 1-0. 1-0 here on Sanchez. Oh, Bronx. So, sorry, I didn't even see the name of that Yankee, but it was. They're gonna say it's Bobby Brown. Okay, I bet you're right. The 1-0 pitch is outside 2-0. 2-0 here on Sanchez. 2-0 on Sanchez. The 2-0 pitch to Sanchez. And that one's in there for a called strike. 2-1. 2-1 here on Jesus Sanchez. One out in the bottom of the sixth inning. Game is tied at 1. These two teams, they just love to have low-scoring games. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. But an update a little bit on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. last night. Guerrero suffered a headache last night after leaving the game with concussion symptoms last night. So he left the game last night. He's not in the lineup today. So most likely he's just getting an off day. I think he's day-to-day after having concussion symptoms. So once again, that's Vladimir Guerrero. The 2-2 pitch is up high, 3-2. 3-2 here on Jesus Sanchez with one out in the bottom of the sixth. The 3-2 pitch. He missed up high, ball 4. So Cam, that's his third walk to Blue Jays hitting. Third walk to the Blue Jays today. Third walk to the Blue Jays here, and now that will bring up Kazuma Okamoto. Okamoto coming up to bat, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout today. Strikeout and foul out, not flyout. Strikeout and foul out. One out, bottom of the sixth. First pitch coming up here to Okamoto. And Cam deals the pitch, is outside 1-0. 1-0 here on Okamoto. 1-0. Cam is at 94 pitches here in the bottom of the sixth. Runner on first base, 1 away. All tied up at 1. The 1-0 pitch to Okamoto. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Bobby Brown thought his name was Bobby White. Yeah. I thought his name was Bobby Skinner. The 1-1 pitch to Okamoto. Cam deals. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 1-2 here on Kazuma Okamoto. Oh, yeah, Charles. Yeah, we definitely believe you. We definitely believe you that it's Bobby Brown. Yep. The 1-2 pitch to Okamoto. Line drive to center field. Over Jazz Chisholm. It drops to center field for a base hit. Grisham is going to field it. Sanchez stops at second base. And there's now runners on first and second with 1 out. That might do it for Cam today. His pitch count is at 97. He might be done. Okamoto with a little base hit there to center field off the end of the bat. So we'll see if Boone takes the ball from Cam here in the sixth. And yep, Boone's going to come out and take the ball from Cam here in the 6th inning. Cam today, I'll give you guys his final line once he... Actually, after this inning, after the inning, I'll give you guys his final line because these runners could score. Potentially, they could score, so I'll give you guys the line after this inning is over. So instead of waiting until after the inning to do the update, I'll give you guys a quick scoreboard update right now before we move on to the moving on here in the bottom of the 6th. So once again, Yankees and Blue Jays are tied up at 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out runner on first. Cardinals have an 8-4 lead on the Cubs, top of the 9th. Rockies have a 1-0 lead on the Giants going to the bottom of the 3rd. Mets have a 2-0 lead on the Nationals in the bottom of the 2nd. Coming up at 6:10, Orioles, Rays, Marlins, Reds, Padres, Guardians, Mariners, Astros. So those games are coming up at 7:10. Marlins, Reds is at 6:40. Padres, Guardians, Mariners, Astros, Phillies, Twins at 7:10. 7:15 is Red Sox, Pirates. 7:15 is Braves, Diamondbacks, Braves. 7:15 is Brewers, Dodgers. 9:38 is Royals, Angels, and then 9:40 is Rangers, Athletics. Your final today already, the White Sox beat the Tigers 4-3. So that's your final today. White Sox beat the Tigers 4-3. So that is the update for now. We're still in the bottom of the 6th here, as it looks like Brent Hedrick is going to come in to face the Blue Jays here. So Brent Hedrick is coming in to pitch for the Yankees. Here in the bottom of the 6th, runners on first and second with 1 away. Game is still tied up at 1. Hedrick is 6-1 this year with a 1.47 ERA. He has been very, very good for the Yankees this year in their bullpen. Hopefully he can get out of this situation with not allowing a run. It will be on Cam's line if he does allow a run, so let's hope that he doesn't do that. The first pitch to Andres Jimenez is swung on and missed. Nice slider there from Hedrick. The count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is fouled away. The count is now quickly 0-2. Oh and 2 here on Jimenez. Bottom of the 6th, 1-1 game. Thank you guys for being here today. Appreciate that. Let's hope the Yankees can find some offense here coming up in the next 3 innings. 0-2 pitch coming up here to Jimenez. The pitch. Inside, 1-2. Missed there inside with a cutter, 1-2, or a sinker. The pitch to Jimenez. Swing and a miss. Struck him out swinging on a fastball. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 away. Nice pitch there from Hedrick attacking Jimenez with a fastball. Nice pitch there. It was actually foul tipped into the glove of Wells. Luckily, Wells held on to it. A reason why a lot of these pitchers like Austin Wells because of his pitch calls, of course, in the pitch com and his framing and his ability to hold on to the ball there when it's foul tipped. The pitch to Valenzuela is grounded foul, 0-1. 0-1 here on Brandon Valenzuela, who's a switch hitter. Right now he's batting from the right side against a lefty on the mound, Hedrick. 0-1 here on Valenzuela. 0-1 here on Valenzuela, who's 0-2 on the day. Oh, 1 pitch to Valenzuela. Swing and a miss. Nice splitter there from Hedrick. The ball bounced in front of home plate, but Valenzuela still took a weak swing at that one and missed. So the count is now 0-2. 0-2 here on Valenzuela. Come on, Hedrick, let's get out of this inning here and not let any runs score on Cam's line. The pitch is up high, 1-2. 1-2 here on Valenzuela. Yeah, Jason, where's the French Bulldog when you need them? They're not sitting, that's for sure. The 1-2. Swing and a foul ball. Goes back to the backstop. 1-2 count remains at 1-2. 1-2 here on Valenzuela with Josh Smith on deck. Josh Smith is on deck here. Valenzuela is up to bat. The 1-2 pitch is a ground ball, and it's going to be a foul ball. Fouled away. The count remains here at 1-2. 1-2 here on Valenzuela. This is what the Blue Jays typically do to the Yankees pitchers: work their counts, work the pitch counts, foul a lot of pitches off, and then eventually they put the ball in play somewhere, or they strike out. Last year they did a lot of the small things right to win games. The Blue Jays did. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. 2-2 count here on Valenzuela. They also have good takes there at the plate too. They take pitches off the plate. They work counts too. But this year they're not doing as good of a job as they did last year at it. Haven't seen Edison Barger this year at all for Toronto. The 2-2 pitch is drilled deep to left field, going back, and it's going to be a foul ball. Oh, luckily that ball was just foul because it would have been a 3-run home run to left field. Scary sight there for Schlittler to watch that one go foul. But luckily it does, so it's just a long foul ball. 2-2 is the count. But that was a hanging slider right there from Hedrick. The 2-2. Ground ball at the middle. Jazz is right there, steps on second, and that's the inning. So after a scary sequence there, after a long foul ball, Hedrick does work out of trouble there in the 6th inning. It's still a 1-1 game. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is Luis Garcia, Spencer Jones, and Jazz Chisholm coming up to bat. So that is 4, 5, and 6 coming up to bat for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th. So now that Cam is done, I'll give you guys Cam's final line of the day. So Cam today went 5 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. His ERA lowers to 2.19 on the season. So luckily that ball was a foul ball, and Cam did not have those runs charged to him. Luckily for the offense too, because if it was a 4-1 game, I don't know if the offense would be able to come back from that. As sad as that sounds. But we're going to go to the 7th inning, and as I said, the Yankees are going to come up to bat. I'll do a scoreboard update once again here. I'll do a standings update. We'll do a standings update here. So it looks like here in the National League, as I gave you guys the American League earlier, we'll do the National League now. In the National League, you have in the first wild card spot, you have the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are 7 games up over the Padres. The Padres are in the second wild card spot. They are 1 game up. In the third wild card spot right now, you have the Arizona Diamondbacks. But with the Diamondbacks, you also have the Phillies. The Phillies are tied with the Diamondbacks for the third wild card spot. But right now, because of head-to-head matchups, the third wild card spot would go to the Diamondbacks. So right now it would be Cubs against the Padres. The D-backs would be playing against the Atlanta Braves, I believe. That series would be held in Atlanta. And then, of course, you have the Phillies, who are tied with the D-backs for the third wildcard spot. But as I said, the D-backs will hold that spot. 3 games back, you have the Marlins. The Marlins are 3 games back. The Cardinals are 3.5 games back. The Reds are 5 games back. The Pirates are 5.5 games back. And the Nationals are 5.5 games back. And then it pretty much just cuts off from there, as the Mets are 11 games back. It's going to be tough for them to crawl back into the standings at this point of the season. But you never know. Everybody's still fighting for a spot. Anything could happen. So those are the standings there in the National League. Cubs, Padres, and Diamondbacks in the 3 wildcard spots right now. So here in the top of the 7th inning, we have Luis Garcia up to bat, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And into pitch for the Blue Jays is Miles. The pitch is Roped up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Luis Garcia. Good way to start off the inning. That's a leadoff single there for Garcia. Runner on first base, nobody out for the Yankees here in the 7th. Nice base hit up, nice line drive, base hit up the middle there for Luis Garcia. What's going on? It's over. How's it going? As long as he's on the Yankees staff, they're not winning a World Series anytime soon. The base running mistakes. Yeah, I'm sure you're talking about Boone, I believe, right? The pitch to Spencer Jones is swung on and missed 0-1. 0-1. 0-1 here on Spencer Jones. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. The count is 1-1. So into pitch right now for the Blue Jays, this is Spencer Miles. Spencer Miles is into pitch right now for Toronto. Jazz is on deck. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Miles. The 1-1 to Jones. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, 1-2. Yeah, Billo, that's always true. 40 games left, you never know. 1-2 here is the count to Spencer Jones. Miles deals the 1-2 pitch up high, 2-2. 2-2 here is the count to Jones. Jones with one of the Yankees' 3 hits on the day. The other one was Lombard, and the other one was Garcia just now. Garcia is at first base, leadoff single. 2-2 count to Jones. The 2-2 pitch up high. Garcia goes to second, stealing second, and he's out at second base. Oh, nice throw by Valenzuela. Looks like Garcia is still there. Don't know if they're going to want to challenge it. It was a one-hop throw from Valenzuela to Jimenez, and Garcia was tagged out. So Garcia is tagged out there at second base, unfortunately. And that was a good throw by their catcher there. So nice play, and he's out at second base. Well, it was a good idea, Mighty, to try to have Caballero come out, but unfortunately Garcia was tagged out there. The 3-2 pitch, and Jones swings and misses for strike 3. He is out on strikes, and they're now 2 away here, just like that in the top of the 7th, 2 away. That was the Yankees' 5th strikeout of the game. They've only struck out 5 times today, but only 1 run, of course, to show for that. 1 run across. The only run across the board today for the Yankees was a George Lombard RBI single back in the 2nd inning, which scored Spencer Jones. The pitch to Jazz is fouled away. The count is 0-1. Yep. Oh and 1 here is the count to Jazz Chisholm. And the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and the count is now 1-1. 1-1 here to Jazz Chisholm. Top of the 7th, 2 outs, nobody on base. Yankees against the Blue Jays, 1-1 game here in the Rogers Center. The 1-1 to Jazz from Miles, the pitch. Hit on the ground to second base, and right there is Smith, throws to first, and he's out at first base. So that'll do it for the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. Toronto is coming up to bat. It's a 1-1 game here in Toronto. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Please continue to press that like button. Leave your comments as well. Appreciate you guys. And I'll be right back with you guys. Thank you. Okay, the pitch is lines to left field. That's going to be a base hit. And Ernie Clement has a leadoff single for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th. Already runner on first base, nobody out. So that was Ernie Clement pinch hitting for, don't know who it was. But, yep. Let's hope that the Blue Jays don't take the lead back here. Well, we'll see. That was Clement pinch hitting for Josh Smith. So righty coming in to pinch hit for him. So here is McAdoo coming up to bat. Runner on first base, nobody out. The pitch is inside 1-1 here on McAdoo, 1-1. One and one here on Charles McAdoo, who's 0-2 today. The 1-1 up high, 2-1. Hedrick is hoping to save the Yankees bullpen from some other guys having to come out again. They've been a little bit taxed recently, so he's trying to save some other pitchers from being used today. So that's why he's being. The pitch is drilled to left field and deep, going back, and this one's going to be off the wall. In left center field, Clement is going to round third. He's going to go home. Lombard throws home, and it's cut off by Hedrick, and that is a RBI double by Charles McAdoo, and that is a Blue Jays lead 2-1. Blue Jays have a 2-1 lead as Charles McAdoo hits an RBI double in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they are now up 2-1. Looks like it was just a high fastball left over the plate, not high enough. McAdoo hits that one off the left center field wall. Grisham fields it, but Ernie Clement scores the go-ahead run, 2-1 Toronto here. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Bronx, for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for the compliments and the likes. We also are getting closer to 20 likes, so we are very close there. So please press that like button for me as sitting here suffering calling this game for you guys. So it's a 2-1 Blue Jays lead here in the bottom of the 7th. The count is 1-0 here on, and that's a bunt attempt to third base. McMahon fields it, throws to first, and Bateman is safe at first base. That's a nice bunt, and McAdoo goes to third base. So that was a bunt single there by Bateman. And Hedrick should now definitely be taken out. He should now definitely be taken out here because that's 3 consecutive hits that he's allowed. Time to take Hedrick out of the game now. First and third, nobody out for Toronto here. They have a 2-1 lead. And now Nathan Lucas is coming up to bat for Toronto, a 2-1 game. Blue Jays inching closer to that wild card spot, guys. Don't count them out. The pitch is a bunt again. Back to Hedrick. Throws to first, and that is the out at first base. But going to second is Bateman. McAdoo stays at third. Runners on second and third with 1 away. Second and third, 1 away. Yep, good call there, Jeff. So that's a base. So that's a bunt for sacrifice bunt there for Lucas as he bunts the runner over to second. So Bateman is at second. McAdoo is at third. Second and third, 1 away, as that will bring up Alejandro Kirk. Alejandro Kirk is coming up to bat. McAdoo had to go back to third base there as the bunt was right back to Hedrick. This pen is gas. Boone in his infinite wisdom has overworked the pen. Yeah, and I agree below. That's why I said Hedrick is coming in here to save some of the bullpen from pitching more. Blackburn, Cruz are up. Last night you had Brad Hanner, who was in the game. Hanner was in the game last night for the Yankees. Yep, so you had Hanner in the game, and you also had last night a couple other guys too. All right, so it looks like Boone is going to make the change here. Boone is going to make the change as he takes the ball here from Hedrick. Coming into pitch will be Paul Blackburn, and Kirk, Straw, and Okamoto coming up to bat. Yep. So we're gonna see a pitching change here. I mean, if I was Boone, I would have had a strategy to take out Hedrick a little bit earlier. But also, knowing that the Blue Jays have a bench today, they have some righties on the bench. They pretty much had a left-handed dominant lineup with Cam on the mound. So they had a lot of righties on the bench. And you knew that they were going to bring up some of those righties to come up to bat when Hedrick was on the mound there. So a good move there by Schneider to bring up some of the righties. And again, a lack of foresight by Boone, not knowing which pitcher to go to, of course, with keeping Hedrick in the game, not knowing to take him out when the time was necessary. But what are you gonna do? You gotta weigh your options. It's either you let Hedrick stay in and not overtax the bullpen again in this game, or you just find a way to put somebody else in and not allow a run to score. So it's a tough option to weigh there if you're Aaron Boone, but didn't make the right call there. But now he's going to go to the bullpen and put in Blackburn here. And again, this was an opener game for Toronto. They used they had a bullpen game today. This was Toronto's bullpen game. So they started out with Fisher, then they went to the other guy, whatever his name was, the lefty pitcher. Then they went to Woods Richardson, who was their bulk guy. So the Blue Jays had a bullpen game today, and the Yankees still can't find a way to score more than one run. So it's a little bit pathetic right now. Get a leadoff single, can advance the runner. They get a leadoff single, score the run, and because they get hits, mighty funny. They get doubles, they get singles, they get base hits. The Yankees get a guy on first base. They don't draw a walk. They don't get hits. They just hope for the home run, which never comes. And Boone is going to intentionally walk Alejandro Kirk here. So Boone is going to intentionally walk. He puts the four fingers up for Alejandro Kirk. So I think he's going to take first base, that was the smart move. That's the smart move there by Boone. That's a good move there by Boone, doing the intentional walk there to Alejandro Kirk. All right, so here comes Miles Straw up to bat. Below, we still need to do that rant session at some point. The pitch to Straw is popped up, but it's going to go foul out of play. 0-1 here on Miles Straw. 0-1. So Kirk that was a good move there, intentionally walking him, and bases loaded now. So that will load the bases up for Miles Straw. 0-1 count, one away, 2-1 Jays here. Limit the damage here. The 0-1 pitch to Straw. And that one is in there for a called strike. The count is 0-2. 0-2 here to Miles Straw. Hopefully they get this out without a problem here. Yeah, Joe, it's about time they walk that oversized turkey up. Walks like a Squidward. The 0-2 to Straw. Blackburn deals. Down low, 1-2. 1-2 here to Miles Straw. Walk the guy that hasn't missed a Sunday meal every time he's up. Yeah. Him and Guerrero. They haven't missed a Sunday meal in about 10 months. Maybe 10 years. The 1-2 to Straw, the pitch. Ground ball. It's going to be a foul ball outside of third, and the count remains at 1-2. Okamoto is on deck. Again, Blue Jays bases loaded, one away. 1-2 count to Straw. 2-1 Jays are up top here in the seventh inning. Again, one run is definitely not enough for this team. They just do not have enough offense. The problem is the offense. It's right there. It's been the offense this whole year. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball again, but it's going to be fouled away. And the count remains again at 1-2. 1-2 count, bases loaded, one away, bottom of the seventh. Warming up for the Blue Jays is Tyler Rogers. Blackburn's at 5 pitches here in the bottom of the seventh. The 1-2 on the way to Straw. The 1-2. And Blackburn just misses down low, 2-2. Wells is going to want to challenge this one. It wasn't a strike. I don't know why you're challenging it. You're not going to win this challenge, Wells. And the pitch was down low. It's a ball, 2-2. Bad challenge by Austin Wells. The Yankees only have one left. One challenge left for the Yankees here. Count is 2-2. Bad challenge by Wells. 2-2 is the count. Here on Miles Straw, hitting .224. The 2-2 from Blackburn. The pitch. Grounded foul again. The count remains 2-2. Miles Straw is definitely working a good at-bat here against Blackburn. Fouling pitches away, taking close pitches. This is what the Blue Jays do against the Yankees every single time. They make their pitchers work. Bases loaded, one away, 2-2 count, 2-1. 2-1 game here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup. Got him swinging there, 2 away. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nice pitch there by Blackburn. A down and away changeup there gets him swinging. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Still one more out to get. One more out to get as Okamoto is going to be coming up to bat. And here comes, looks like Matt Blake is coming out there to talk to Blackburn here. Big at bat here. Okamoto against Blackburn here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Blackburn talking it over with Blake here, strategizing of how to pitch to Okamoto. Don't want to leave anything over the plate. If you do that, most likely they're going to he's going to try to make contact somewhere. He's going to try to put the ball in play at any point in this at bat. So you have to pitch him carefully, but also be smart as well. Let's face it, records don't matter, and who's in the jersey doesn't matter. The Jays are simply the better, smarter team, not necessarily more talented. Yep. I see what you're trying to say there, Jeff. Thank you, Chef. Appreciate that, Chef. Thank you. The first pitch to Okamoto. Fouled away, 0-1. 0-1 here on Kazuma Okamoto. Oh and 1 here on Okamoto. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 here on Okamoto. 0-2. Oh and 2 here on Kazuma Okamoto. Blackburn ready for the 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Misses down low. 1-2. 1-2 here on Okamoto. 1-2. 1-2 here on Okamoto. Bases loaded, 2 away. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive to right field. Jones is there, and he makes the play for the final out. So Blackburn comes in. The Yankees make a smart move by intentionally walking Kirk. The bases loaded, 1 away, and Blackburn does a good job of getting out of that inning. So a strikeout and a lineout will end the inning. 2-1 game. We're going to go to the top of the 8th. Coming up to bat for the Yankees will be Lombard, McMahon, and Wells. Now, can the Yankees offense score 1 run? All we need is 1 run to tie up the game. Can we just get 1 run? I mean, we've had some leadoff base runners on base here. Can we just get 1 run to tie this game up? They actually use that thing they have in their head that's usually in the backside to make a decision. Yeah, they did. They finally did that, and it did pay off. It did. Well, good to see that. So we'll see what goes on here, but we got Lombard, McMahon, and Wells coming up to bat. The problem's been the offense, but the problem in this case could turn into a solution here, as hopefully the Yankees just get 1 or 2 runs here and tie up the game, take the lead. And we'll see where we go. But the bullpen decisions are going to be interesting to see what they do. Do they keep Blackburn in the game? Do they put Fernando Cruz in? Do they put Bednar in? It's going to be interesting. But you cannot waste The pitching, once again, I mean, yesterday Garrett Cole did a good job. He allowed 2 runs. One of those runs was unearned, but he did do a good job of allowing those runs, not allowing those too many runs, but he did a good job of limiting the runs. And then the only other run came from Bradley Hanner, allowed the home run to Kirk. But other than that, I mean, the Yankees offense has to do more. 1 run is not going to be enough. Everybody's been saying that, and so just time to score runs here. Time to put up more than 1 run. If you have to strategize differently, please do that. If you have to take more pitches, then do that. And the name that Yankee was Bobby Brown. So Charles was right. It is Bobby Brown there, former Yankee there. So name that Yankee was Bobby Brown. Made some nice plays in the field there. But here is Lombard to lead off the top of the 8th. Tyler Rogers coming into pitch for the Blue Jays. The first pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 here on Lombard. The 0-1 pitch, outside, 1-1. Just missed off the outside corner. 1-1 here on Lombard Jr. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Rogers. The sidearmer deals. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Actually, Rogers is more than a sidearmer. He's more like a submarine guy. He goes all the way down near the pitching mound to release the ball there. So the count's 1-2 here on Lombard, 1-2. 1-2, top of the 8th. Nobody on base, nobody out. 2-1 Blue Jays lead here, top of the 8th. The 1-2 to Lombard. And he fouls it away. The count remains at 1-2. Lombard is 1 for 1 today with an RBI single. Gave the Yankees their only run of the game with an RBI single back in the 2nd inning. He also worked a walk. Ernie Clement playing second base. The pitch, outside, 2-2. 2-2 here on George Lombard Jr. Two and two here on Lombard. The 2-2 from Rogers. The pitch, fly ball to right field. Going back is the right fielder Lucas, but he makes the catch. Makes the catch there in right field for the first out of the inning. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. 1 away. Can't lose games when your 1, 2, 3 starters are pitching the last 3 games. Yep, it's not a good feeling for the pitchers. Yeah, below, absolutely. It's also not a good feeling for the bullpen as well. Can't make them feel like they can't make a mistake. Yep. All right, well, here's McMahon. 1 away here, top of the 8th. The first pitch to McMahon. Swing and a miss. That was a lazy swing and a miss by McMahon on a slider. 0-1. 0-1 here on Ryan McMahon, who's 0 for 2 on the day. The 0-1 pitch to McMahon from Rogers. And the 0-1 is inside, 1-1. 1-1 here on Ryan McMahon. 1-1 pitch on the way. The 1-1. And that one is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. The count is now 1-2. 1-2 here on McMahon. Top of the 8th. Blue Jays have a 2-1 lead. Need to find a way to get some base runners here. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 away, top of the 8th. 2 outs. Just a weak swing there by McMahon. Not trying to even hit the ball there. Just weak. Going down lazy, like a wet flower. Injury report today is Carlos Rodon. He made a good rehab start the other night. In Double-A Somerset, he had 7 strikeouts, 4 1/3 innings, 58 pitches there in that outing. He's been on the IL since June 30th with elbow inflammation. Hopefully we can get him back soon. The first pitch to Wells. Fly ball to right field and deep, going back on the warning track, but it's going to be a foul ball in the right field stands. Just missed the foul pole there down the right field line by a few feet. So just a long foul ball there by Austin Wells. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch coming up here to Austin Wells. from Rogers, the 0-1. Ground ball, that's going to be past the diving first baseman McAdoo for a base hit. A 2-out single for Austin Wells, and the Yankees have not a leadoff base runner, but a 2-out base runner here. Runner on first base, 2 away. And now that will bring up Trent Grisham, turning over the lineup here for the third time today. Let's see if the Yankees decide to pinch run Wells, and yep, they're going to take Wells out. They're going to pinch run Wells. It looks like it's going to be Caballero coming in to pinch run. So Caballero is going to pinch run for Austin Wells here in the top of the 8th, stolen base threat. And here is Trent Grisham here, who's 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. So Caballero on first. Grisham is up to bat with 2 outs here, top of the 8th. The first pitch to Grisham. And Rogers misses outside with a sinker. The count is 1-0. 1-0 here on Trent Grisham. The 1-0 pitch to Grisham. And that one is in there for a called strike. The count is 1-1. 1-1. Usually in these situations, Grisham does find a way to get a hit or at least get on base. He does seem to find some clutch genes when the pressure mounts and it is later on in the game. The 1-1 is hit on the ground to shortstop. Jimenez has it, throws to first, and that's the inning. Grisham grounds out to shortstop. So, like I said, he doesn't get the hit, unfortunately. So that's going to be a 2-1 game. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Yankees will have one more inning to try to tie this game up at 2 apiece. Hopefully not more than that, because if it's any more than that, they probably won't be able to come back, but we'll see about that. If it's Blackburn, if it's anybody else that comes in from the bullpen, they're going to have to shut down this inning here. They're going to have to make sure that the Blue Jays don't score in the bottom of the 8th inning, because a 1-run deficit for the Yankees is like having them score 100 runs. It's like trying to come back from 100 runs. It's like being 100-0 instead of being 2-1 for them. It's like when you have a future value of $1. It's like when you have like the Japanese yen, like the currency Japanese yen, and you have the exchange rate is like 1,000 yen per dollar. It's like that. It's like you have to. It's like the Yankees think that they're playing to like a future value of a currency. It's crazy, but just is what it is with this team. Johnny says another snooze fest from the Yankees. Looking forward to the start of NFL and NBA season. Yeah, Johnny. Looking forward to some football and basketball as well. Looking forward to it. Of course, as October comes, we'll have the NBA, or not the NBA, but we'll have the MLB playoffs, of course, going on. Late October, usually when the World Series starts, we'll have the NBA starting up. So that should be pretty interesting. As well as the NFL season will also be about a month in at that point, too. Oh, we'll see. So coming up to bat for Toronto will be Andres Jimenez. And then it will be Brendan Valenzuela. And then it will be Ernie Clement. Toronto coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. After this series, the Yankees will face off against the Orioles on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then they're back home against the Blue Jays and the Astros after that. Here comes Tim Hill in the game here, facing off against Jimenez. The first pitch to Jimenez is a sinker that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 here on Jimenez. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. 0 for 3 today. The 0-1 pitch fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. 0-2 here is the count on Andres Jimenez. Ali Sanchez is going to come in to catch for Austin Wells, as he was pinch ran for, so that leaves Ali Sanchez on the bench. So he's going to come in to catch here for the Yankees here. The 0-2 is a ground ball to the right side. Jazz Fields throws to first on a bounce, and he is safe at first base. Jimenez beats out the one-hop throw from Jazz Chisholm to first base. Jimenez is safe. Runner on first base, nobody out. Infield single there for Andres Jimenez. Tough play for Jazz moving to his left. Jimenez is a guy that's fast. He did all he could. I'm not going to hate on Jazz for that play, but yeah, tough play on that one. Unfortunate. Not going to hate on him for trying to make that play. It was a hard play to make. He could have been positioned a little bit better, but I'm not going to get on him for that. The pitch to Valenzuela is a what are they calling here? Foul tip. Foul tip 0-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Sanchez 0-1. The pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-2. 0-2 here on Brandon Valenzuela. Fun fact, watching paint dry is more entertaining than these current Yankees. Yeah, Johnny, yep. Unfortunately, that's just the case here. The pitch is fouled away. The count remains 0-2. I mean, they can't score more than one run in their last 3 games. It's pathetic. Especially against this Blue Jays bullpen, which opened the game today. They didn't even have a real starter. They had an opener. I mean, seriously, against the bullpen team, in a bullpen game that you're facing off against, can't even score more than 1 run. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away again. The count remains 0-2. 0-2 here on Valenzuela. In the bullpen for Toronto, you have Louis Varland, who's warming up. Always a tough matchup there. The 1-2 pitch from Hill to Valenzuela. Up and in, 2-2. Missed inside there. 2-2 is the count here on Valenzuela. 2-2 here. 2-1 Toronto, bottom of the 8th. The 2-2 to Valenzuela, the pitch. Grounded foul, and the count remains 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Two and two. Hill deals the pitch. Fouled away again. And Hill cannot just you just can't put these guys away. It's hard for him to put these guys away right now. Hill is just not putting these guys away. 2-2 here on Valenzuela. The 2-2 from Hill, the pitch. Another foul ball. Put this on repeat. You're going to have a cyclone effect. 2-2 is the count again. 2-2 remains here. Bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1 Blue Jays. Runner on first base is Jimenez. 2-2 is the count. Hill is at 12 pitches here in the 8th inning. Boone might have to go back to the bullpen once again. The 2-2 pitch. Up high and inside, 3-2, but the umpire is going to say that it hit Valenzuela, so he's going to take first base. It's going to be a hit by pitch. Oh, you got to get him out now. Get him out. It's not working, Boone. It's not working. Get him out. And Boone's going to want to challenge this one, I guess. He put the headphones effect on his showed he wants the umpires to review this play, so he's probably going to I don't think he's going to win this challenge. I think it hit him. That may have hit him there. I don't know. It was very, very close. Going to have to see another replay of it. And it looks like it may have just hit him on the hand. Maybe it missed him by about an inch. Maybe it just surfaced the outside of his hand there or his finger. Not sure. First and second, nobody out. They're not going to score in the next inning. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least you can prevent it from being like 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. At least you can have a better chance of. You have a better chance of scoring one. This team has a better chance of scoring 1 run than they have of scoring 3 or 4 runs. Even though it's very hard for them to score 1. I just don't see how they can overturn this. It was a very close play. It looks like it. Yeah, they're not going to overturn it. So it's going to be a hit by pitch here for Tim Hill. So he hits Valenzuela. First and second, nobody out. Ernie Clement is coming up to bat. First and second, Valenzuela is on first. Jimenez is on second. And now Ernie Clement is going to come up to bat against Tim Hill. Yep. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. The pitch to Clement is fouled away. 0-1. 0-1 here to Ernie Clement. The 0-1 pitch to Clement. Down low, 1-1. 1-1 here to Ernie Clement. Yankees are positioning the infield as if Ernie Clement is going to bunt. The corners are in. McMahon and Garcia are in, but Jazz and Lombard are back. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. And you can clearly see Tim Hill does not have it today. If Aaron Boone was smart, he would go and pull him right now to try to prevent any further disaster. The 2-1 pitch coming up here from Hill to Clement. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. That's going to be a base hit in front of Grisham. Jimenez goes to third. Valenzuela to second, and that's a base hit. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bases loaded, nobody out for Toronto, and this could get ugly. This could get very, very bad here. Bases loaded, nobody out for Toronto. They don't listen to us. They don't listen to what we say here. They're just not making the right decisions here. They just don't know what to do against this team. They are not a smart team. This coaching staff is full of donuts. The pitch to McAdoo is outside 1-0, and Boone doesn't even go out there. Nobody goes out to talk to Tim Hill. Nobody even tries to. They just wait there in the dugout like something magical is going to happen. The 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. 2-0 is the count to McAdoo. Bases loaded, nobody out. The 2-0 pitch to McAdoo. The 2-0. 3-0. 3-0. Up high, 3-0. Oh, goodness. It's a merry-go-round here in Toronto. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-0 is the count. Hill is ready for the 3-0 pitch. The 3-0. In there for a called strike, 3-1. 3-1. Hey, Joseph, what's going on? Thanks for being here, Joseph. The 3-1 fouled away, and the count is now full 3-2. Three and two here on McAdoo. Bases loaded, nobody out. Boone did his good luck ritual by... Yeah, Chef. Yep. The 3-2 pitch. Line drive. That's going to be a base hit to right field. 1 run scores. Jones fields it in. And everybody else will go up 1 base. Everybody else will advance 1 base. But that is a base hit for McAdoo. And the Blue Jays have a 3-1 lead. 3-1 lead for the Blue Jays. This is turned into a disaster. Well, a 2-run lead, you can pretty much count this as a 2 million run lead for the Blue Jays here. As the Yankees think that the US dollar is currently in a Japanese yen or a Thailand baht. This is just pathetic right now. Yeah, I think Boone right now is peeing in the end zone like Odell Beckham Jr. did back in 2014 here. It's like a dog. Yeah, Boone's doing the squat shuffle right now. Boone's doing the go-kart race. He's like the little kid that's driving around in the go-kart. That's Aaron Boone. Bumping into walls, bumping into buildings. That's what he's doing. Trying to steer the robot control the other way, but instead he's just going off a cliff instead and nosediving for the Atlantic Ocean. Here comes Bateman up to bat. Still bases loaded, nobody out. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-1. 0-1 here on Brett Bateman. Bases loaded, still nobody out. The 0-1 pitch is inside 1-1. 1-1. Before Tim Hill came in, they held the Jays to 2 runs. The problem is the bats. Yep. It's pretty much what it's been their problem this whole year. Celia is the offense. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away. The count is now 1-2. 1-2 here on Bateman. Can you guys please press that like button for us? Appreciate that. Press that like button, please. Yes, Johnny did do a great job last night. The 1-2 pitch to Bateman. Fly ball to center field. It's actually a shallow fly ball. Grisham comes in, makes the play, and that's the first out, and no advance from Valenzuela. He stays at third base. 1 out, bases loaded. 3-1 game. Tim Hill, at least he got that out. He has 27 pitches here, so Boone might take the ball from him now. I mean, Lucas, lefty's coming up to bat. He might not take the ball from him immediately right now. He might wait until Already comes up to bat here. The first pitch to Lucas. It's a ground ball back to Tim Hill. He has one play. It's going to be to first base. He throws to first, and they get the out there, but the Blue Jays score another run, 4-1. Blue Jays take a 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-1 lead. First and second with 2 outs. 2 away. Did Grish just... Yeah, it seems like Grisham actually did run a little bit. Yeah. And now Boone is going to make the move here to go to De Los Santos here. So Kirk is coming up to bat, and Tim Hill is going to put in... Boone is going to put in De Los Santos here, replacing Tim Hill. So not a good outing there for Tim Hill. Unfortunately, does not do a good job there. Lets the Blue Jays score 2 runs there in that inning. So the Blue Jays scored 2 runs there off of Tim Hill. And now we're going to just wait it out here to see what happens. But thank you guys for being here. Please press that like button as well. I think we're at 20 likes now, so I would let me see where we're at in terms of the likes. It looks like right now we're at 17 likes. So if you guys can give us at least 3 more likes, that would be great, please. 3 more likes to get to 20. Appreciate that. So guys, stay tuned for tomorrow. Of course, we're going to have the game in the afternoon at 1:40. 1:40 start time tomorrow will be the game. So, of course, we'll have that coverage for you guys tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night is going to be our weekly sports Yankee roundup show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So we'll talk about the Yankees. We'll talk about anything that you guys give us in terms of like questions or comments, anything like that. We'll talk about that. Talk about where we see the Yankees going from here, what the current state of the team is. There's no trade deadline. There's no more trade deadline. The trade deadline already passed. We did a stream for 6.5 hours during the trade deadline, or 8 hours actually. Did a stream for 8.5 hours during the deadline. So there's no more trade deadline that we can talk about. The state of the team right now is what the team is right now. There's no changing the team right now. The team is the team. No trade deadline coming up unless they make a miraculous trade, which I don't see happening. They could do some minor moves, but I don't see them making any big changes soon. But we will have Judge and Bellinger coming back pretty soon with Stanton too, so those might be the changes that we see in the future. But we just have to talk about what we see right now for the Yankees and, of course, around the MLB too. So we'll have that show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So it looks like Boone is going to walk Kirk again here. So Boone is going to intentionally walk Alejandro Kirk. And now we'll bat. Miles Straw is going to come up to bat here for Toronto. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. De Los Santos, the first pitch to Straw is a ground ball to third base. McMahon goes to second the short way, and that is the final out of the inning, as that is a fielder's choice to the second baseman. Third base to second base there, McMahon to Jazz for the 4th out. So that will be the inning, as the Blue Jays scored 2 runs in that inning, 4-1 lead for Toronto. coming up to bat for the Yankees in the top of the ninth, their last hope. They will have... Who's going to come up here? Ben Rice. Ben Rice will come up. Heliot Ramos and Luis Garcia Jr. coming up to bat for the Yankees here. 2, 3, 4. Rice, Ramos, Garcia coming up to bat. Blue Jays will most likely make a pitching change coming up here in the ninth. They might have Louis Varland coming up to bat. Yeah, Bill, September 1st, guys will get waived, DFA'd. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what moves they make. I think Judge is going to take longer than September 1st to come back. I don't see him coming back by September 1st. I can see him possibly coming back a little bit later on in September, but not by September 1st. So they're going to have to make some retroactive moves to bring some guys up. Hopefully, I think they get the extra man on the roster there, so they get the 27th man on the roster, so they can bring somebody up, whoever that may be. I think it could be Dominguez. We know it's not going to be Volpe, most likely. It might be Dominguez. It might be somebody else from the IL. They could be waiting maybe for Bellinger to come back. You never know. It could be Aaron Judge, possibly, or Stanton, whoever it may be. Could be somebody from injury. Could be somebody from the minors. We'll see. But yeah, this is a pretty dramatic time for the Yankees right now. 6.5 games back of the division from Tampa Bay. Only 3 games up on Boston. The Tampa Bay game will be starting in about 20 minutes. So definitely will. I don't think we're going to still be on by the time that game starts, but if we are, I'll give you guys updates for that game. So we just got to hope that things fall in our favor. But of course, last night after the Rays and the Red Sox both lost, Yankees couldn't gain a game because they lost to Toronto last night. So here is Louis Varland in the pitch for Toronto. Last night he threw 4 pitches against this Yankees lineup. The first pitch to Rice is a called strike 0-1. Varland this year is the pitch to Rice is a swing and a miss, 0-2. Varland is 5-4 this year with a 1.28 ERA. 0-2 is the count to Ben Rice, who is 0-3 on the day. Line out, strikeout, and flyout. Varland deals the 0-2 pitch. Up high and away, 1-2. 1-2 here on Ben Rice. We can chip in and get Stanton a scooter to run the bases. Yeah, a motorized scooter. The 1-2 pitch to Rice. Down low in the dirt. He checked his swing. Did he go around? No, he didn't. The count will be 2-2. 2-2 here on Rice. Thank you guys for spending the day with me today. Appreciate it. Again, hit that like button, please. Let's get to 20 likes on the day. The 2-2 pitch to Rice. Swing and a miss. Oh, just a nasty changeup from Varland. Strikes out Ben Rice, and that's the first out of the ninth. 1 away. Varland, a nasty changeup right there. Nothing you can do. Just a very, very tough pitch to hit right there, locate. And Varland just does a great job at those pitches. So there's 1 out here in the top of the ninth. And that will bring up Heliot Ramos, who's 0-3. The first pitch to Ramos from Varland, the pitch. In there for a called strike with a slider, 0-1. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch from Varland to Ramos, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Ramos loses his bat. 0-2 here on Ramos. Yeah, this at-bat's already over. 0-2 is the count on Ramos. 1 out, top of the ninth. Blue Jays have a 4-1 lead. After this game, I'll give you guys the standings update and a little quick, maybe a little recap as well. Not much to recap, though, as this team only scores 1 run per game now. The 0-2 pitch coming up to Ramos. The 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 away here on the top of the ninth. 2 away. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Ramos is a lazy bum. Get the hell out of here. Nobody wants to see your face anymore. You're just terrible. You suck. Terrible trade for the Yankees on that one. I don't know what they were thinking with Heliot Ramos. The pitch to Garcia, outside 1-0. 1-0 pitch coming up here from Varland to Garcia. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is now 1-1. 1-1 here on Luis Garcia, who's 1 for 3, has one of the Yankees' 3 hits, I believe, on the game. Sorry, 4 hits. 1 of 4 hits for the Yankees today. The 1-1 pitch. Up and away, missed with the slider, 2-1. 2-1 here on Luis Garcia. The 2-1 pitch to Garcia. And that one is just in there for a called strike. It just caught the outside corner for called strike, and that is now 2-2. The count's 2-2 here on Garcia, 2-2. 2-2 here on Garcia. The 2-2 from Varland, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. As that is your ball game. The Yankees fall today by a score of 4-1 to the Toronto Blue Jays. And another pathetic display today, of course, for the Yankees. Offense not coming through. Last night they scored 1 run. Thursday's game they scored 0 runs. So they've scored 2 runs in their last 3 games. 1 run today, of course. 2 runs in their last 3 games is not good enough. Lombard with the only base hit to score Jones. And that was their only run in the second inning. That was it. Other than that, not much to say. Just another bad game. And, I mean, at least they decided to finally intentionally walk the guy that kills them in Kirk. But it's just always another day in hell with this Yankees team. Seeing some decisions that are questionable, weighing their options, not making the right decisions all the time, and it's a tough way to call the game as this is. It's just bad. Like 1 run is not going to cut it. We all know that. It's just a very harsh way of this team just going down and losing like this. They cannot continue to do this. They can't.
Are you ready?
We're ready. Give it to us, Joe. Give it to us.
Evan, you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Yep. Do you hear me?
Hello? Do you hear me?
Yes, Joe, I hear you. Yes. Does everybody can you guys hear Joe in the chat? Joe, I can hear you. I don't
Going in and out.
Okay. Well, I thought we were going to get a Joe rant there. Hopefully that issue can be fixed. Man, I appreciate you guys for being here. We'll definitely wait to see if Joe comes back, and we'll see if the issue is fixed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Joe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's definitely StreamYard. I don't know what's up with StreamYard.
StreamYard is having a lot of problems right now.
Everybody, can you hear me? You hear me okay? All right. All right, I got to try to put Evan back on. Evan, do you hear me?
Yes, I do. Yes. I can hear you, yes.
It's crazy. All right. For some reason, I'm getting Evan as frozen. But if you can hear me, fine. Stay on. Don't worry about it. But this is like totally asinine. How stupid is this club? How stupid are they? They've got absolutely no brains. Clement didn't start the game. He comes in the game, he gets more hits than any Yankee player. They can't pitch to that oversized turkey. No matter what they do against this team, they make Toronto look like the 78 Yankees. It's absolutely a joke. Fire somebody already. Do it now. They're as exciting as watching diarrhea. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. You got to be kidding me. $328 million pieces of garbage. What the hell is that all about? They look like a goddamn joke. I don't know which is worse. This team or the 91 Yankees that lost 103 games. They were more exciting. There's no heart, there's no soul, there's nothing on this team. And I don't want to hear that they're missing this guy. They got the players to win these games. And they can't do anything. They just can't. The Bad News Bears would beat the Yankees with no. The Savannah Bananas would beat this crap. One run. What are we playing once? Damn it, go in that locker room and first of all, that banana head in left field, he didn't run out that ground ball. He could have beaten that out. He didn't run it out. He should be out of the game. He should be out of the game. Go back to the minors and learn the game. Bring up Dominguez. I don't care how he feels the damn ball. Bring him up here. And sit that Chaz down. He's doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. It is ridiculous. They are an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment to us. They're embarrassing to this stream because we deserve better. We deserve much better than the crap that they're doing to us. Hal Steinbrenner, wake up, my friend. Wake up. Wake up now. Because freaking ridiculous now. It's a joke. You go in there and one run, no runs. One run, no runs. What the hell? What are we? A last place juggernaut? This is garbage. Stay on that field and hit and hit and hit and hit and hit. I don't care if you're tired and you get splinters up your ass. Get out there and play. Ridiculous. Wasting time putting together these wonderful streams. These guys work their asses off. For what? One stinking run? They make cockroaches look good. I'd rather watch a cockroach race than watch this Yankee pathetic team. And that's what they are. And I love them to death. But right now, they are worthless. They are totally worthless. An $8 billion team that is completely worthless. Enough with defending. It's about time that everybody says their piece. Everybody say your piece. Enough. It's absolute garbage. That's what it is. It's absolute garbage. Work hard. Broadcast in the morning, broadcast in the afternoon, broadcast at night. For what? I'm tired, yeah, and you're right. I'm tired of blaming the injuries. I'm tired of blaming all of this stuff. And I have a right to get mad because I worked my tail off. And I'm sick of it. Fire the manager, fire the batting coach. I don't care. Show some real underwear pants. Sorry, Evan. But I am totally disgusted.
Yeah, so am I. It's just ridiculous. This team should not be doing this poorly. They really shouldn't be. They don't focus on the fundamentals. They really just do everything wrong. Like we've seen a lot of base running errors. We've seen a lot of misplays in the field. Ramos playing left field. I don't know what he's doing out there. Jazz should not be playing second base anymore. Get him out of here. His defense, okay, I guess you can point out some good plays, but mostly his offense, he's not doing anything offensively. What was his big progression offensively this year? Nothing. He has not done anything well offensively this year. Predicting 50-50, that's definitely not going to happen now. It's just terrible. They just don't do anything well. They don't make contact. When they get a leadoff man on first base, they've had 3 guys lead off the innings with runners on first base. They couldn't do anything with those guys. They couldn't do anything. The Blue Jays just made smarter decisions. And, you did point out some good things, Joe, about the fact that the Yankees can't pitch to these guys. They don't know how to pitch to these guys. They can't strategize. They can't do anything to help these guys, at the plate. And they just help them out. They just they throw meatballs right down the middle and they hit the ball the other way. They hit and run. And this Yankees team, they just don't learn anything. But it's mostly their own decisions that are costing them too. It's a lot of the things that they're doing wrong. It's on them, and they can be controlling a lot of these decisions too. But they just decide not to play winning baseball. This is a team that they have a high payroll, but they don't play to win. They don't play good baseball. They make bad decisions, and their coaching staff is awful. It really is. I mean, some guys, they just don't know what they're doing out there. They make no adjustments, and we just see the same stuff every game. I mean, scoring 1 run in the last 2 games, scoring 3 runs or 2 runs in the last 3 games. I mean, that's not going to win you any games. You have to try to change something at least. But no, they don't try to change anything. They think their home run or strikeout philosophy is going to work all the time. They think it's going to bring them a world championship, but it doesn't. It's not going to work in the postseason against a good pitcher. They're going to be shut down immediately. This is not going to be a good team come the postseason if they keep continuing to do these things where they run out the same lineups and they continue the same approach offensively. It's bad, and the front office is controlling a lot of it too. But you have to blame everybody here. Everybody is a part of it. And what is Boone going to say in the post game? Oh yeah, well, we had some good contact there. We had a good fly balls to left field. We had some good flyouts. Yeah, that's the best thing that you can say. But this team, you're not scoring any runs. So what's there to show for it? Whatever you say, it's not going to mean anything. We already know what you're going to say, Boone, but you're not going to say anything meaningful. It's basically the same stuff every time. It's just insane. But no, good rant, Joe. Good rant, and definitely we have to. Tomorrow night is going to be a good show. We're definitely going to rip into them more often. Definitely want to bring up certain things that they've been doing wrong as well with the lineup construction. Heliot Ramos batting third against a right-handed pitcher. I don't know what that's all about. That shouldn't be happening. The Blue Jays had a bullpen game today. Literally, an opener started. They had 4 different pitchers come in the game, and they all shut the Yankees down. Like, come on, scoring 1 run against an opener today? That's pathetic. And it was a guy making his major league debut too. And it was George Lombard Jr., of course. So, of course, the young guys had to come in and save the rescue. Of course, always. They have to save the day. But you can't expect these guys to do everything. Like, yeah, we can't say, like, oh, yeah, the injuries are what's holding this team back, because we've seen this happen even with Judge and with Bellinger, with Stanton. We've seen this happen before, too. So you can't always blame it on the injuries, even though the injuries are a big part. Once those guys come back, this could be a much improved lineup. But once again, it's about what they actually prove on the field. If they're just going to be a strikeout or home run team, it's not going to do anything to help the offense. If they change their approach, yes, you have guys that make contact, then yeah, it's going to help. But it's not going to overall help the overall construction of the team if they have the same philosophy. It doesn't matter which guys come back. It doesn't matter who comes in, who comes out. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be every time, but it's just bad. But no, good rant, Joe. Good rant there. And yeah, no, we all work hard. We all work hard to give you guys a good product here. Play-by-plays, interviews, roundtable shows, but it's just not good. It's not good enough.
No, it's not. I am really. I mean, I ranted last night. I'm ranting today, and somebody's got to wake somebody up in that front office. Somebody's got to do something. It is disgusting. It really is. Now, what do? They're in their locker rooms. They're going to stuff their freaking fat faces, and then they're going to go out on the town and then go to sleep and wait to lose tomorrow. And it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. So, again, I apologize, everyone, but it's time that we wake up. We all wake up and stand up for ourselves, because this is an embarrassment to us. All of us, our chat, our team, everything. This is an embarrassment. This isn't the Yankee way. This is I don't know what way it is. It's not normal. It is not. I'm telling you, the teams that were lousy, 91 and 90, were more exciting than this crap. They really, really were. I mean, this team is so predictable. Ramos comes up, swing and a miss, pop-up foul, swing and a miss, you're gone. The other guy swings for the fences, Mr. Junior, and once in a while he'll get a hit. Chaz Chisholm is just an enigma. He's got to go. I don't care if you get two scrambled eggs with bacon. Get him out of here. Just get him out of here, please. Enough already. Enough. I can live with Ryan McMahon, and I can even live with and you see a sidearm pitcher like Rogers is great for somebody like Wells, because the ball's coming in this certain way straight down, and that's the way Wells hits. So Wells is always going to do very well against a submariner like that. So I knew he was going to get a hit there. And the problem is he'll only bat once against the guy. The Yankees got 900 strikeouts since June. I mean, is that a joke? You know how many innings that is? A wasted innings, Evan? What a joke. You have to, and you did such a wonderful play-by-play. All goes by, or not that it goes by the boards by any means, because your aces in our book and in the chat's book and in our stream. But they're doing whatever they can to embarrass us. And I'm tired of it. I want to be proud of the New York Yankees. Right now, I am not proud of them at all. And nobody loves them more than me. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. But they're an embarrassment right now. And it's killing me. It really hurts. It's an embarrassment. And I'm the first one to say, yeah, I know we're 7-8 games up in the wild card. But what does that mean? They're gonna get crushed. And then they lie about all these people that are hurt. You don't know who's coming or going. You don't know anything with this team. They lie through their teeth. A lot of people say, oh, the WWE lies, but we all know that that's staged. Are the Yankees trying to tell us that it's staged? I mean, come on. They finally used their backside to walk Alejandro, that oversized turkey, as I call him. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. A morning stream, an afternoon stream, the lineups, the game, the interviews, the round table, 10 hours on the trade deadline day, and this and that, and round table Yankees, and this and that, everything Yankees. And what do we get for it, chat? We're all going to be upset, miserable, and yelling and screaming for absolutely garbage. And one of the things would be nice, don't go to the stadium. Don't go. They don't deserve you to go right now. And make a statement, say, hey, we're not going to stand for this crap. The more you go, the more you're feeding into it. And and I'm not just yelling for the sake of yelling. I am really, I got to tell you folks, I am embarrassed for us. I am embarrassed that all of our hard work, from Evan to Jason to Chef Nick to Nitin to everybody, Johnny Salami, everybody involved, we work our asses off to get this crap, and we're supposed to smile. They're making millions, and we're getting the brunt of absolutely shit. It's disgusting. It's an embarrassing time. I know the Yankees over 500. I know they're in the playoffs right now. I understand that. But you're not, if you're not embarrassed with this team right now, there is something really wrong with that person. And I know Evan wants to explode. I know he does. And I feel the pain. I see it. I know it. And it wouldn't bother me in the least. But enough's enough. Now let's all of us come back tomorrow, and we'll have a good, fun stream. Evan, you're more than welcome. Of course, anybody on staff, you're more than welcome. Let's rah-rah this, whatever we can. But Yankees, I got a message for you. You're embarrassing your fan base. You're embarrassing the Yankee name. Hal Steinbrenner, as much as I care for you, wake up. Smell the coffee. Please, Hal. Hal, please, if there's anything, please, for the love of Mr. George Steinbrenner, do something. You still can. You still can change the narrative of the team. Do something about it right now. Because if you show some, even if you change it to the bench coach, the Yankees know you mean business. Don't make it just like, oh, well, we'll do something at the trade deadline. No, make it now. 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 Enough. You have Boone as your puppet since 2017. So correct me if I'm wrong. 217, 218, 219, a shortened season of 220, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 in my book. You want to keep going? Or do you want it to stop here? Get rid of Rojas. Get rid of Rodson. Get rid of those guys. They do absolutely nothing for the team. Get rid of them. Get rid of analytics. At least 85%. Bring back the scouts. I'll be more than happy to be a scout for free. I will go to the ballparks. I'll do it myself. I will bring Boone all of the takes on everybody, and I guarantee you we'll win the games. Hire me. I will go there. I don't want to Don Penny. I'll play for the airplane fights. That's how much I care about the New York Yankees. Yeah, tomorrow is Nitin's birthday, and tomorrow's game is going to be dedicated to Nitin, and a big happy birthday. We'll save that for tomorrow, and it will be a happy birthday. It will be a happy stream no matter what. The Yankees are not going to ruin the day of someone that has done so much for NY Yankee Mania and World Sports Mania Entertainment, and we all deserve to celebrate it. And even these bozos are not going to ruin the day because we're going to be together. But I'm going to end by just saying I care so much for you guys, and I am totally embarrassed with the product that they're putting out there. I am totally, totally embarrassed. And everything that I say, it's because of the love I have, not only for the team, but for you guys and my team, my brothers, that we work very, very hard. And we don't want to get embarrassed. Maybe there are people out there that don't mind getting embarrassed. I take it to heart. I don't live that way. I don't want to live that way. I want a good stream. I want everything good and healthy, not a bunch of garbage that we're going through right now. But again, sorry, Evan, for the rant, but 2 nights in a row, I couldn't hold my mouth. I just couldn't do it. I all my frustration of the work and everything just has to come out. And I apologize to you, Evan.
No need to apologize. I mean, I totally feel that way too. And just like that, the Blue Jays are now tied for the 3rd wildcard spot with Minnesota, Texas, and Detroit. So they're right there in the wildcard standings right now, 3rd place.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and it's terrible. I mean, that's all the Yankees need. That's all the Yankees need. But anyway, everyone, I will see you tomorrow. See you in the morning. Maybe in the morning. I don't know. And right now, I just want to. I want to see what the Yankees are going to do. That's what I really want to see, and really hope that things change. So on my end, thank you, everyone. Let Evan finish up, and we will see you tomorrow at 1:30 on NY Yankee Mania, and then we have our wrap-up show at 8 o'clock. So don't miss that. Remember, for everything we went through, and we mean more than Evan, please press the like button. We really appreciate that. And if some people are here that haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. You won't regret it. Take care, everyone. And Evan, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Joe, for that. Great rant there. Definitely feel the same way, and it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to watch this. Put our time in, call a game for 3 hours, and we only get 1 run out of it. Lost the last 3 games, of course. Tomorrow's game should be similar. Maybe it will be better, but I don't really expect much tomorrow with Dylan Cease on the mound and Ryan Weathers too. It's not just frustrating this year, but like we've seen frustrating things happen even last year too. Like last year was frustrating losing to the Blue Jays in the fashion that we did. That was frustrating. 2024 was frustrating. 2023, not even making the playoffs. 2022, 2021, 2020. You can go down the list all the way throughout all the years that we've all seen this team play. And ever since 2009 with this team, they just cannot put it together the right way. And it's been frustrating. It's been a very frustrating team to watch. And what's even more frustrating is that the American League is not a good conference this year, and this Yankee team has the pitching to do it. They have the pitching staff. They have the bullpen, I believe, even though I thought they should have gotten one more bullpen arm. They should have, gotten one more bullpen arm, but still they had the bullpen. They have the bullpen to do it. They have the starting rotation to do it. They just cannot get the offense together, and it's their own infliction of mistakes that keep costing them these wins. Their own errors, their own base running mistakes, their own costly errors in the field, their own not making contact when it's necessary, not driving runners in with guys from third base with less than 2 outs. All these things add up to the situation that we're seeing right now. And it's frustrating. That's what's most frustrating. They have the talent to do it. We've seen it. They have the capability of doing it. But what are you going to get? You're only going to get every week. You have 1 or 2 games that the Yankees put together a good game. Every one or two games a week. They'll go out there. They'll provide you 5, 6, 7 runs. Even the game against the Mariners, they scored 10 runs. But what happened? They still ended up losing the final game of the series, and they cannot put consistent runs together on the board. They can't do it. And it's because of the philosophy of the team. It's because of the way that they construct our lineup and the decisions that they make. It's not a good thing. And it's just bad, but that's just what the frustrating part is like they they have the pitching staff to do it. Their offense cannot come through, and they can't put together enough runs every single game to sustain the amount of runs that the pitchers are giving up. I mean, we've seen it. Cam Schlitter this year, he's 8-2 on the road, but or not 8-2 on the road, but he's 8-2 overall. But he can't, the 2.07 ERA, and the Yankees have a losing record in the last 17 games. They're 8-9 in their last 17 games, and they have a 2.07 ERA on the road this season as a starting rotation and the bullpen. I mean, that's great, but if your offense can't hold up to it, they're not going to be able to win games like this consistently. You can't always rely on your pitchers to do everything. Your pitchers are not going to go out there and give you a perfect 9 innings every time. You have to score runs for them. And this is the problem. This is what the main problem is for the Yankees right now. And we'll definitely dissect all this stuff tomorrow on our roundtable show tomorrow night. So I hope you guys come back for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please come back tomorrow for the roundtable show. We're also going to wish Nathan a happy birthday as well tomorrow on the roundtable show, but before that as well on the play-by-play too. So please come aboard for that as well. But I just appreciate you guys for being here. This is just terrible, right? Terrible, and just got to find a way to do better, as Aaron Boone would say. He's going to make all the excuses in the world, but we're not going to make excuses here. We know what the issues are, and we know what the problems are. We just have to hope that they can fix them. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna head off now. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Continue to press that like button, please, for tomorrow. We know that Joe's going to do a great job tomorrow with the play-by-play. And, it's crazy. Some guys are going to have to take accountability for this when they don't have to, like Cam. But it's always it's on the team. It's on the whole team. It's on the manager. It's on everybody. So they need to figure it out. Hopefully they salvage one game tomorrow, and then they move on from there. But the American League is a tight race. We'll see what happens. But, guys, please continue to press the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We appreciate you guys being here. And until tomorrow, guys, have a great rest of your night and take care. Thank you all. Oh, Joe, we're still on. You're good to end it, Joe, if you want.
I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NY Mania.
I'm Kayla Walsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.